The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
The stakes are high as playoff aspirations are on the line in Frankfort. We welcome you to Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football. Tonight, the Shelby County Rockets visit the Western Hills Wolverines. Along with former state champion KJ Jones, I'm Wes Chandler. Glad to have you along here with us on Glycon. And partner, these are the games that as a player you envision playing in. Games late in the season that have huge implications.
Yeah, and this is real football weather right here, and as you said, the implications are super high. This is a district game, so this determines where you're going to be at in the playoffs. So again, emotions are really high for both teams, and it's a lot at stake here.
Shelby County is 0-3. They need a win to have a chance to make the playoffs, top four in each district, make the postseason field. Western Hills is in a little bit of a better position. All they need to do is win, and they're in. Shelby County has had 2 weeks to prepare. What do you think that they touched on during their bye week?
I think they were just trying to prepare and just fix what they haven't been doing well so far in the season. They haven't had the best season so far, but again, if they get a win here, they have their chances to make the playoffs. So I think coaches just emphasizing on what they need to do well, what they've done well in the past, and what they need to focus on tonight to stop Western Hills.
And for Western Hills, the Wolverines are needing a bounce back in a big way. And Matt Daware, their head coach, told me earlier that nothing went right last week in that big-time loss that they had last week. How do you see that this team could bounce back?
I think it's really just a mental test. When you get beat that bad, you just have to click and just have that next play, next game mentality. And I think that they're all going to learn from that. And I think they want to come out and make a show here tonight and show that that's not the team that we were when we lost 77-0.
Don't let 1 week turn into 2 losses. That's pretty much the game plan for Western Hills. Well, it is a Friday night here in Kentucky, and we finally got the fall weather, and it's starting to cool off a little bit. 52 degrees here in Frankfort, partly cloudy skies. It's going to dip into the 40s in the second half, so it is a little bit chilly, seeing a lot of blankets, seeing a lot of hot chocolate out in the stands here tonight. Well, it should be a really pivotal game for both of these teams, and it's going to be an interesting one to follow, and we'll have the coverage for you when we return on Glycon. But first, tonight's weather forecast is presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. When we come back, we will visit with Shelby County head coach Pal Miller when we return.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Shelby County head coach Pal Miller. And coach, your team's coming off a bye week last week. What did you emphasize to your team during the no game time period?
We went into the week, even right after our game prior, we emphasized to the guys that our bye week was going to be about us getting better at the skills and the drills of playing football at a high level, and just worrying about us. When you get into the midst of a season, you have a tendency to not have time to work on the minute, small details of things, because you're also preparing for an opponent and what they do and how you're going to attack it. So when you get to a bye week, we had 40 minutes of individual period for both sides of the ball each day, and we only had 10 minutes of team periods. So that way we could really work on how to play football at a high level and work on us and the skills that we need to do and get back to the basics of things. Doesn't matter where I've been, I've always done that during a bye week. It also helped that it was during our fall break, so we could have meetings before practice, have practice, and then have meetings afterwards. So we did get a lot of film study done simultaneously while working on the on-field stuff. So that was good. And then we also had a bunch of guys that, this was player involved or player run, that they came up and did a team breakfast every morning, made pancakes. We told them, hey, we'll get the grill out. You all can use it. And it was just a good time to be around our teammates, grow as an organization or as a program, and work on us with our football skills only, not preparing for a team. So it was really good to be able to do that.
Got a really young team this year. What do you feel like they've learned here in 2025?
The first thing that we wanted to teach this team, and I've said it since taking the job, is what it means to be a Rocket. That's the first thing. Not necessarily because we're young, but also, from our seniors as well. We want to make sure they understand what this place is built on. So strategically, we've been bringing back alumni. We've been bringing back teams or coaches and players that have been from, many, many years. So it's been good to be able to show them what it means to be a Rocket. And then after that, just because we are young, growing with them and what it means to be a varsity level football player. The concentration it takes, the attention to detail. For you to be successful, you have to do that every day. And it's not middle school ball, it's not JV ball, you're playing every single snap, whether it's practice in a game, with the intensity to grow. And if you're not doing that, then you're not growing as a team. So that's been a headache at times as a coach, but at the same time, it's been fun to watch the light bulb moment.
What it is like to be a Rocket. There's nobody that knows that more than you. You played at Shelby County. What's it like for you personally to be the head coach at your alma mater?
It's been really cool to be there with our staff and our kids. The cool thing for me is out of our 9 coaches, 7 of us played at Shelby County High School. And that was strategic because we know what it takes, and all of us all played for the same head coach. So we know what it means to be here. But then the other 2 coaches, one is actually from Shelby County, but graduated from Collins High School and grew up before the split happened. So he knows about Shelby County. And then our defense coordinator, who grew up in Hardin County, went to Fort Knox, played in a time where they had battles against Shelby County every year when Fort Knox had it rolling and Shelby County was playing for state championships. So he knows as well what it means to be Rocket and what it takes to be here and be successful. So that was done on purpose because we want to make sure that we're bringing back the traditions and that this place has.
Pal, best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
The Shelby County head coach Pal Miller will come back and have more pregame coverage right here on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people. But Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
It's the penultimate game of the regular season for both of these squads, Shelby County and Western Hills, and that means we got to look at some district standings here in this Class 4A District 4 matchup. Right now, the district standings being led here in this district by Franklin County, who is unblemished on the season. They're having a really good start to their season and now into the end of their season. And that was the team that Western Hills dropped 77-0 last week. They've clearly been the dominant team in this district.
Yeah, for sure. And when you can get a win like that, 77-0, it just shows your dominance over the everybody else in the district.
Spencer County right behind them in second place. And then you have the logjam, Western Hills, Grant County, and Shelby County, all within a game of each other. So win and a Spencer County loss for, or a win and a Spencer County win for Shelby County would force a three-way tie where it would be forced into RPI, and they would try to determine who gets that fourth spot. For Western Hills, like we said earlier, all they have to do is win, and they are into the postseason. Well, time now for tonight's Keys to the Game. They are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts, availability, and unmatched service. First for the Rockets of Shelby County, KJ, what stands out to you as a key for them tonight?
Yeah, tonight, first and foremost, is ball security. This is a team with 24 turnovers on the season and a negative 15 margin, and that's just no way to win games, just having that kind of margin. And they need to find their offensive identity. They're only averaging 8 points per game, and again, that's just no way to win games. And then they need to utilize their running back duo of Burrow and Taylor, because they don't really have too much of a pass game, so they really need to lean on those two guys tonight. And then for Western Hills tonight, their offense needs to lean on Cameron Flynn. He's their main guy. He's ran, he's passed, and he's also thrown for a touchdown this year. So a really versatile guy for the Wolverines here. And then loading the box on defense. Again, Shelby County doesn't have a strong pass game, and they have two good running backs. So load that box on defense and force them to pass the ball. And last, just defensive stops. This is a team that's given up 41 points per game, and they gave up 77 last game. So if you want a shot to win, you have to get that defense off the field and get the ball back to your offense.
Yeah, that 77 put up last week, I kind of skewed those numbers a little bit, but we'll see how that plays out tonight. This broadcast is authorized by Western Hills High School with production rights owned by Glycod. We aim to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. When we come back, we will go to the other sideline and talk with Western Hills head coach Matt Daware when we return on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight we wrap up district play with the Western Hill Wolverines coach Matt Daware. You have a chance to go to 2-2 tonight. Where have you seen this team improve the most from the beginning of the season?
I think this team has improved in every facet of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. You know, every week that goes by, they get a little bit better at what they're doing. They have a better grasp of what we're trying to do and what our vision is. So, you know, I think they're ready for the challenge.
One of the strengths of your team is your running back room. You have a nice tandem. What makes your running back room so successful?
Well, I think they work good together. Neither one of them is greedy. They understand that each one of them is going to get the ball. I try to distribute it evenly. However, sometimes it just goes one way or another. But they both, the system we run, it requires them to block for each other, and they're both selfless in that fashion. They both run hard for each other and block for each other. It's a really good duo.
What do you think your team learned from last week's loss at Franklin County? A very tough place to play, very good team. But what do you think your team learned?
I think that they witnessed a very good football team, and they see that if you want to be at that level, what it takes. You have to be able to put in the work and truly listen to the instruction that's being given. Just do your job. We touched on that. Just do your job. Play hard. Don't give up. And I think it showed them that, that they can get to that level too. It's just going to require a lot of work for them to get there. But I feel like I've got a buy-in to do it. Rome wasn't built in a day.
And like you said, this is a very big district game for you all, a chance to make the playoffs. Is that something you use in your pregame speech, or is it just kind of go out, take care of your own business?
Oh, no. We preach it for sure because we know the importance of it. It's one that we need to have. Like I told the kids, I said, they're coming here, playing for their playoff lives. They have to have the win to get in. And I told them, if we've got to have it to try to ensure our position, in the playoffs as well. So they understand the significance of it. I told them, you might as well throw records out the window. This team is not going to come in here and lay down for you. They're coming here to play to win because they know that they've got to have it to continue playing in November.
Speaking of running backs that we were talking about earlier, Shelby County has a couple of nice backs as well in Tristan Barrow and Eric Taylor. What's the key for your defense in making sure that those two and others don't have a huge game against you tonight?
Well, I just think that we've got to defensively, everybody's got to play their zone, be able to come up and fill the gaps. We know that that's, going to be how they, plan to attack us. So everybody defensively, we need to be, whenever we read run, come downhill, fill the gaps at the edge, and just be ready to play, hard, fast, physical football because that's what they're going to be bringing to us.
All right. Best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Western Hills head coach Matt Daware. We'll come back and have more pregame coverage when we return on Glycott.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back here as we're inching closer to kickoff. It's Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod along with KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. Time now for tonight's game plan that is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. The right decision for your home. First for the Shelby County Rockets.
For the Shelby County Rockets, just playing complementary football. The offense has to help the defense, and also with special teams. You just have to play complementary. And when you're only averaging 8 points per game, it can make it hard on the defense. So offense has to stay on the field, and defense has to get stops.
And on the other side, switch it over to the Western Hills Wolverines. They are 2-6, 1-2 in the district. What's the game plan for the Wolverines?
Tonight for them, it's really just slowing the game down. They need to keep the offense on the field, put together slow, methodical drives, and then they need to get stops on defense as well. They lost 77-0 last game, and that just shows they were playing too fast, because for a team to have that many possessions, be able to score that many points, it means you're not putting together good drives and getting the stops on defense that you need.
Both of these teams will have one more game to wrap up the regular season, but it is out of district, so this will wrap up district play. That's why we are continuing to update the standings. We'll get you just kind of what's happening around this district as well, if we can get those scores to you as well, because we know the importance of these games. It is Western Hills at 2-6 facing Shelby County at 1-7 as both of these teams strive for a win here in Frankfort. When we come back, we will have the opening kickoff for you. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school football in Central Kentucky on Glycod.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We are ready for kickoff here in Frankfort as it is Class 4, District 4. Shelby County and Western Hills. Along with KJ Jones, I'm Wes Chandler. Shelby County winning the opening coin toss. They elect to defer to the second half. So it'll be Western Hills in front of their home fans. They will have the ball to begin this one here tonight. Low 50 degrees weather-wise. Sun has descended down. Break out the jackets and long sleeves, and we're ready for some football. Western Hills back deep. We're just waiting for the action to get underway.
I'm really excited about this one with the playoff implications. I think both these teams are going to leave it on the line here tonight.
Since 1999, this is the 8th meeting between these two teams, and Western Hills leads by the narrowest of margins, 4-3. Last year, Western Hills winning over Shelby County in big fashion, 40-0. They will try to replicate that, and Shelby County, under first-year head coach Pal Miller, will look to get things going in the right direction. You got a pair of first-year head coaches doing battle here tonight in interim head coach Matt Daware. Are we waiting on the band to finish their little drum line? Is that what we're waiting on? They're on the track there, and I think that's what we're waiting on.
Yeah, looking at the referee, I think, we actually might be. Senior night tonight have to put on their show.
So as soon as the marching band gets done with their little performance on the track, we will have some football for you. For Shelby County, set to kick off at the 40-yard line will be Noah Hardesty. They've still got a ways to go. They're about halfway through. I think the referee just said, okay, let's play. I think he was tired of waiting. And an onside kick to begin the game, and Shelby County is going to recover it. It was recovered by Clay Seaton. And it was actually a Don Taylor to kick it off. They go onside kick, and Seaton recovers it. Wow, what a start for the Rockets.
And that just shows the aggressiveness by Shelby County tonight. Just with a play call like that starting off the game, you know that they're going to be taking some shots this game, and I love it to start off. You know it's playoff implications, and, again, I love that call.
Catching Western Hills off guard. What a great play call by Powell Miller.
And I've seen a lot of football. I don't ever think I've seen a football game start off with the onside kick, though.
There's always a first for everything. Quarterback for Shelby County is Briley Staples. Staples, 380 yards passing, a low snap, and it's actually Xavier Owens who will get the start at quarterback, and he'll go back to Seaton, who completes the catch after recovering that onside kick. So they start Xavier Owens on the first possession at quarterback. Briley Staples, their sophomore, has the most passing completions and attempts and yards, but they go with Owens tonight.
Yeah, and I think coach is just looking to switch it up a little bit. This game is a very big game, and this is a game that could potentially put Shelby County in the playoffs. And, again, I love what coach is doing here, coming off really aggressive, going with the quick out right there to Clay Seaton, picking up some good yards on first down.
Owens on the year. That was just his 7th pass attempt of the year. He's now 4 of 7 for right around 45 yards. Barrow in the backfield. He'll get his first handoff, and a little bit of running room before that hole closes pretty quickly by the interior of Western Hills.
And two good plays to start off right here. Not too many yards on the run right there, but some good yardage, bringing up a third and short, third and manageable, one that could be easy to convert.
Kalen Higgins first to meet him there, the defensive lineman. Higgins making his 30th tackle of the season. Third down and short here for the Rockets. This is a Shelby County team that has struggled to score here in 2025, just 8 points per game. So they switch up at quarterback with Xavier Owens out of a shotgun with a tailback behind him and Barrow. Third down and 2. They'll try to run around the edge, and Barrow has the first down for Shelby County. Great job of getting around that edge. The offensive line block right around that right side, and it's enough for a first down.
Yeah, and a good stretch play into the boundary right there, picking up the first down. And starting off, this doesn't look like a team that's only averaging 8 points per game.
Caden Gillick along with others on that right side of that offensive line, able to provide a great block there. Or actually, go to the other side. It's Ethan Chesser along with Brody Hamilton. I was on the wrong sheet. Flush from the pocket. Owens looking to pass, throws, trip, and pass is incomplete. They were looking for Seaton, and the pass falls incomplete. Kind of incidental tripping there.
Yeah, you see Owens looking for the flag right there, and I love the play call right there, going with the quarterback rollout to the wide side of the field. Just, again, like you said, a trip up. And, again, this is a team that's not very pass-heavy, only averaging 59 pass yards per game, and they've come out and thrown 2 passes so far on this first drive.
Well, now Xavier Owens, the quarterback to start the game, will go up as a slot receiver. They will bring on Eric Taylor. Taylor is one of 3 guys for Shelby County that has attempted a pass so far here on the season. Just 2 pass attempts for Taylor on the season. Talking about going deep into your playbook here early on for Shelby County. Shotgun snap. They will go to Taylor. It's a design run, and he'll get a couple. They go right back to that right side, only for a moderate pickup, though.
Yeah, and Taylor right there just taking a quarterback power, and I really love what Coach Miller's doing here. I know it's catching this Western Hills defense off guard because these aren't looks that they're used to seeing, and if you've game planned, this isn't what you were preparing for throughout the week.
Taylor will come out. Owens back in at quarterback.
Third down, Shelby County.
Shelby County, a team with 109 rushing yards per game on the season. They need this one here. It's 3rd down and 8. We played just over 2 minutes. Out of a shotgun, Owens dropping back, throws a quick screen pass, and it was deflected. It was deflected and broken up by Brendan Dobbs, the defensive end for the Wolverines.
And, yeah, I think the play was there, that screen pass, but a good job by Dobbs there breaking that one up because I think he could have got the first down right there if that was a completed pass.
Usually see that play a lot, especially at this level, that screen pass over onto the side, get some blockers, and sometimes it works, sometimes that result happens.
And then right here, I agree with what Coach Miller's doing right here because you're kind of in no man's land for high school. This is kind of a far kick, and again, you can't really punt the ball right here. So again, kind of in no man's land, so you kind of have to go for it.
Noah Hardesty, their place kicker, has not attempted a field goal this season. 4th down and 8 after the incompletion. Owens with a pistol formation, another low snap, but he gets it, looking over the middle of the field. Now he has to tuck it and run, and he's going to have the first down as Owens, now he goes backwards, and he went backwards and negated the first down. He tried to get extra yards, and it's going to be close. I don't think he got it, but do you agree with me? He had it, and then he tried to go
I
to
agree.
the edge and lost a couple. That negated the forward progress.
Yeah, if he would have kept going forward, I think he would have had that first down. And just a young mistake right there for the quarterback who hasn't gotten many reps so far.
So Western Hills forces a 4th down stop.
And although Shelby County didn't get any points, I think that's a good starting drive. I mean, you got some good yardage. Again, this is a team only averaging 8 points per game, and you got a first down. Again, had the ball moving, just came up barely short. So I think you have a lot to build up from that first drive.
Now we'll see Western Hills for the first time under interim head coach Matt Daware. Took over in week 3, led them to a 2-4 record. On the ground they will go, first play, and stonewalled down. What a hit that time coming by the linebacker Robbie Moore, their leading tackler.
Yeah, just nowhere to go, filled the hole right up, laying a big hit on the running back right there.
That was powerful by Robbie Moore, 68 tackles for him on the season.
And I think that's one that J.T. Jackson's going to remember for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Great tandem at running back for Western Hills. Cam Flynn over 500 yards. J.T. Jackson right at 500. Those two have combined for 9 of the 12 rushing touchdowns. This is a team that likes to rush a ton. This time they'll give it to Cam Flynn for the first time. Both Flynn and Jackson right around those 60 yards per game average mark here in 2025.
And Cameron Flynn, that's a name that we're going to be calling a lot this game. He's a guy that's had a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and also a receiving touchdown. So really a versatile guy, and I'm excited to see how Coach moves him around here tonight.
So after back-to-back runs, now it's 3rd down and 4. First opening drive for the Wolverines. And it's a running back duo that really complements each other, too. That's the biggest strength of this team. Trying to get around the edge, but Shelby County has other ideas. Able to be there, one of the first to greet him that time on a great play made by the defensive line, and that was Mike Richardson, a freshman, making a big-time play.
And it looks like the Wolverines are going to go for it as well on their first 4th down here.
This is a big spot to go for it here on 4th down. If you don't make it, you are giving Shelby County great field position. So both of these coaches rolling the dice here early on. It is a run on 4th down. It's going to be right at the sticks in that last effort, enough to get the first down. They went to Cam Flynn, and he got the first down.
And that play right there was just all willpower. He was stopped short of the line and just used his legs, kept his legs moving. So what they teach you in youth football, always keep your legs moving, and that's exactly what he did, and able to pick his team up the first down right there.
Got a good block from Reagan Ware, the tight end, serving as a blocking tight end that time. Now he's on the line. One receiver to the far side as they go old school football with a little wishbone, and another tackle for a loss by Robbie Moore. That time they handed it off to a new running back in. That was Sam Durham on the carry. But, boy, Robbie Moore has been able to get into the backfield often here in these first drive.
He has, and I think that's going to change the game plan here for Western Hills, as Shelby County's done a real good job clogging up the holes on the inside of the defense.
That is his 9th tackle for a loss on the year. He also has 1.5 sacks on the year. A little quick pass along the side, complete. Over on the far side, Micah Cleveland, and he lost the football. It's a fumble recovery. Seaton has done everything, and he is going to score the first touchdown of the game. The defense for Shelby County puts 6 on the board.
And, yeah, that's exactly what you want right here. You're on the road. You get a big turnover right there. It's a big play right there. And their big-time playmaker, Clay Seaton, picking it up right there.
It was a pass completion to Micah Cleveland, and Cleveland just coughed up the ball. What a start for Clay Seaton and the Shelby County Rockets.
And from the way that this game started, I think that they're going to beat their season average in points. Able to get a quick first-half touchdown here.
Ian Alou on that tackle that caused the fumble, and Seaton was able to recover it. And we have our first flag of the night, and it comes on the point after try. False start.
Against Shelby County.
So in less than 6 minutes, Clay Seaton has recovered an onside kick. He's also got a reception, and he's also recovered a fumble for a touchdown.
He's going to have a big game here tonight, and I think this game is going to be action-packed. I mean, it started off with the onside kick, and that should tell you what you need right there. Both teams going for it on 4th down on their first drives. I mean, like I said, I think we're in for a good one here tonight.
On to attempt the point after, Noah Hardesty. 3 for 6 in point afters on the season. Line drive kick, and it is good. So Shelby County on the road scores first. It's 7-0 Rockets. We'll see if Western Hills can answer after this.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back here to Western Hills High School. Defense putting some points on the board for the Rockets. And this is a team that has been on the other side of the turnover game so far here in 2025. They're minus 15 in turnover margin. So they're saying, hey, we caught a break. We got one to go our way after having it go the other way on them so many times here this season.
Yeah, and I don't think it could have came in a more perfect moment. I mean, this is a big game right here. It's big playoff implications, and to be able to get a turnover like that, it really makes a big difference. So I want them to build off that turnover and try to get some more and come out with a win in this game.
See if it's an onside kick here again. It will be. They're going back-to-back onside kicks, and this one is recovered by Western Hills. They were ready for that one. Lincoln Herod recovering that one for the Wolverines right at midfield.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like a kind of a questionable call right there going for it again. You knew that they were going to be prepared after he went for it the first time, so really giving them great field position right here on the good side of the 50-yard line to start off.
Do you think that is by design because they don't have a kicker that they can trust to get it deep in the end zone? Is that by design that you think?
See, I really don't know, because when I was in high school, our coach did the same thing. We ran a lot of onside kicks to catch the team off guard, and it would work sometimes. We never did one to start off the game or back-to-back, but it's just all in the game plan of what the coach thinks.
We'll see what Western Hills has here on their second offensive drive. They will go on the ground. J.T. Jackson getting a heavy workload so far here. So they do have it with great field position now. One play in, they are inside Shelby County territory.
Yeah, just a little end around right there and picking up some decent yardage on first down right there, bringing up about a 2nd and 8. And this Shelby County defense has done a really good job so far stopping the run.
Got to stop Flynn and Jackson. Those are the top two. Nick Kendall, the quarterback for Western Hills. They'll go on the ground to Sam Durham. Durham, one of those guys that only had one rushing attempt on the season. That's his second already tonight, showing the depth of that running back room.
Yeah, and you can tell that that's their bruiser running back, their power guy, just with the power that he was running on that play right there. Able to pick up a gain of about 4 and bring it to a 3rd and short.
KJ, they have 12 guys on their roster that have 1 carry or more on the season.
Yeah, and when you run the wing T like this, you see a variety of different guys getting the ball. And, again, it really just keeps the defense on their toes because you never know who could be getting the ball.
Kendall will hand off to Jackson. Jackson trying to muster forward right at the sticks. He's going to be about a half-yard shy.
And it looks like they're ripping at that ball. It looks like he may have lost it again. I think they may have jumped back on it. But, yeah, Western Hills need to really be protecting that ball because Shelby County is punching for it.
Got to preach ball security, especially in these important games toward the end of the regular season. Already had 1 turnover on the night, and it resulted in a touchdown. So 4th down and 2. They will go for it here with 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Kendall under center, the sophomore QB, has thrown for 462 yards on the season, but much more of a ground and pound type team. Look at the explosion off the left side of the line for Cam Flynn. He was able to rocket through that hole.
And I love the aggressiveness here from Western Hills. I mean, you're at this point in the season, what do you have to lose? This is a game that's going to get you in the playoffs, so do what you have to do and just stay aggressive and able to pick up their 2nd, 4th down conversion here in the first quarter.
The offense slowly starting to get going a little bit more since Matt Daware was named the interim head coach. 1st down and 10 after the run by Flynn. They will give it right back to Flynn again. And Shelby County really trying to take that ball away. You can see them just punching right at the pigskin.
And I feel like that was Coach Powell's message to his team. I mean, we've been the ones losing the ball. Let's flip the script around and let us get some turnovers. And as you see, they were able to get that first one returned for a touchdown. And I would assume they'll probably get another one here if they keep punching at the ball like that.
Since Daware took over this Wolverines team, they're averaging 7 more points per game than what they were in the beginning of the season.
And I love to hear that Coach Daware really putting a spark in the team here.
And Western Hills will take a timeout. We'll take one with them. It is 7-0 Shelby County on top of the Wolverines, and you're watching high school football in Central Kentucky on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Matt Daware calling timeout, trying to even up this game. They recovered the 2nd onside attempt to kick here in the first quarter at midfield, so they've been able to drive about 17 yards so far, inching closer to the red zone. It's a team in Western Hills that had a lot of success last year. They started 4-0, finished with a 7-4 record, had a changing coach. Then Matt Daware taking over on an interim basis. They'll hand it off to Jackson, and Jackson's around the edge, gives a stiff arm, and right at the 20-yard line, Jackson is brought down. That's enough for a 1st down on a great run by J.T. Jackson.
Yeah, and I love his speed right there, getting to the outside, and again, how you said, throwing that mean stiff arm right there to the defender. But yeah, good job right there, using his speed to get to the outside and pick up a 1st down, keeping the chains moving.
You get that sense, KJ, that this is going to be an extremely physical game.
Oh, for sure, especially when so much is on the line. I mean, both teams are here fighting for some playoff position. I'm pretty sure both teams want to get a chance to play in the playoffs, especially for the seniors out there. So definitely going to be a really physical game and hard-fought game.
Kendall under center. They will go on the ground. Hole closes up a little bit there at the 15. Let's make it the 16-yard line for Flynn.
Yeah, it looked like he did a fake right there to Jackson and then brought it back in to Flynn. And, again, Flynn with some really strong running here.
What this formation does is you don't know who the ball is going to go to. You don't know whether it's going to go to Flynn, Jackson, if it's going to be a keeper by Kendall. How hard is that for a defense to read?
It's definitely very hard, and it makes it to where you have to be very disciplined and looking at your keys. And all week, throughout the week during practice, when you're doing scout team, it makes it really tough, and you have to be very locked in so that when it comes to game time, you're prepared.
Now they've got Durham in. They'll toss it over on the right side. Flynn trying to get around the edge, and it's closed up by Seaton.
And again, Flynn right there with another good run. But again, back to what I was saying, again, this wing T formation is very hard on defenses and very hard to stop. And as you can see, Western Hills has been moving the ball with ease besides that fumble that they had. But other than that, the offense has been clicking.
Now they'll have it 3rd down and 3 as we close in on a minute remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 Shelby County on a fumble recovery for a touchdown by Clay Seaton.
And for Western Hills, this is exactly what you want to do, put together slow, methodical drives like this, leaving that Shelby County offense on the sideline.
Ball at the 13, up the middle, now to the edge. JT Jackson will bring it in for a touchdown.
Big touchdown right there from JT Jackson. And again, as we're seeing, getting on the edge is really giving trouble to the Shelby County defense. And I expect Coach Daware to be I expect him to start game planning to get the ball to the outside because Shelby County doing a good job plugging up the holes on the inside.
You could see early on the speed of Jackson. He likes to go to that outside. He started off in the middle, went around to the outside. 13-yard touchdown for JT Jackson. He's over 500 yards now in the season, and that is his 5th rushing touchdown.
Again, a really nice drive put together right there from Western Hills. Again, as you see, most of the big plays came from when the running backs were able to get to the outside and break the leverage of the defense.
They will try for a 2, and it's going to be close, denied. Great job by Robbie Moore to stop that. They were going for 2 on a handoff to Cam Flynn. The 2-point conversion fails, so Shelby County does remain on top, 7-6. Both of these coaches they're going riverboat gambling on us.
Yeah, they are, and I love the aggressiveness, just everything. I mean, it really makes the game really intense, and it's a good show for the crowd too. We've seen 2 onside kicks, a 2-point try, a lot of action here in the first quarter.
What's next?
I'm excited to see.
And don't forget, at the end of this quarter,
7-6 with 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Not sure what we're shooting for this time.
So Shelby County, after getting some points via their defense, we'll see if their offense can put anything together here.
And I wonder if Western Hills will give Shelby County a taste of their own medicine and give them an onside kick at some point in this game.
Why not? I want to see it. Let all the craziness happen.
I do too. Again, a district game, leave it all on the line, everything. Pull out all the trick plays, everything. And I'm excited to see also who Shelby County brings up for quarterback on their next possession. Again, they were switched up going to Xavier Owens, and he was able to bring a spark to that offense.
Tristan Barrow back deep for the Rockets, top 7 in the state in the 100 in track. Speaking of speed. Kick coming by Western Hills. It was Kalen Higgins with the kick, and here comes Seaton. What can Seaton do now? Seaton up to midfield, and he is inside Western Hills territory on a big return. They kick it to him, and he was able to find the holes on a great return by Clay Seaton.
And I think he was maybe 1 or 2 defenders away from taking that one all the way. I thought he might have. And Clay Seaton, a big-time player, the guy who had the fumble return, as you see right there, with the big-time kick return, giving his team some good starting field position.
A 37-yard return for Clay Seaton. Time for a couple of plays here before we go to quarter number 2. Shelby County will bring out Xavier Owens at quarterback.
And after that first drive he has, I think you have to stick with him. He definitely gave a spark to the offense.
Staples is on the sideline. I'm spotting him right now, so he does have the shoulder pads on. Appears we're good to go, but they're just making a change with Owens. They will give it on the ground to Taylor. Taylor dancing his way up for a nice run on first down.
Yeah, a really nice run right there, bringing up about a 2nd and 1. And, again, this does not look like an offense that's only averaging 8 points per game. And maybe it is Owens, but, again, this offense is looking good here tonight.
So Owens, in his 8th game, he missed one earlier. Bring up 2nd down and 1. This will be the last play of the quarter if they get it off. Patient attack here. And they will not get it off. That is the end of the first quarter. A lot of fireworks on both sides. And it's a 1-point game in the last district game of the year for these two teams. Shelby County and Western Hills locked in a good one after 12. Come back with us for the second quarter on Glycon.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Western Hills High School, along with former state champion KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. And KJ, it's already a much different game than what these two teams met last year. It was a 40-0 win for Western Hills. Not the case here early on.
Yeah, and I think it's the playoff implications. I mean, I would hope that it wouldn't get like that, especially when so much is on the line. And both these teams are putting it all on the line out here and really trying to make it into the playoffs.
Shelby County with a 1-point lead. They will send 3 backs at the disposal of Xavier Owens. Barrow goes in motion. They will hand it off to a new running back, Ian Alou. Alou will slant his way over along the left side inside the 35-yard line to the 34. Ian Alou, 13 carries, 69 yards on the season.
Alou, a big running back, 6'1", 200, so a real bruiser right there. And you see it took a couple of Western Hills defenders to bring him down.
That was enough for the first down. Alou will go to the sideline. This is a great sign for the Rockets in their game 2 weeks ago against Spencer County. They had a bye a week ago. They fell behind 35-0 at the end of the first quarter, so fast start was huge here tonight for the Rockets. They will send a man in motion, and Luke Garner. Handoff goes up the middle, and a couple on the pickup there for the Rockets.
Yeah, just a little inside zone right there, and again, just staying ahead of the chains, a good pickup on first down, bring you to a second and medium. And again, you just want to stay ahead of the sticks and not get pushed back to 3rd and long situations, because that makes it really hard on your offense.
Alou back in. They will have Caden Johnson in as a wide receiver along with Luke Garner. Freshman and a sophomore. You're going to hear that a lot tonight. This is a very small roster. 85% of their roster are either freshmen or sophomores. 2nd down and 7. Snap goes to Owens. Big room for Tristan Barrow. Barrow breaks free, and he is brought down at the 20-yard line. 2 flags come in after the play, and we'll see what this one is.
Yeah, Barrow showing his explosiveness right there, and you hope it's not going to get called back, but in the area of a hold, you just hate that when it's a good game.
There were 2 flags that flew. One was during the play, then one after the play. The initial indication was holding on Shelby County, so both officials must have witnessed the same thing.
And you just hate a penalty like that, because holding calls can really be a drive killer, and especially after such a big gain right there from Barrow.
There's not been a lot of passing here in these first 13 minutes on either side. We'll see if that changes or both teams lives by the ground game once again. Barrow has just brought such a positive energy to this Shelby County team. Transfer from North Bullitt. 2nd down and 7 here for the Rockets, leading by 1. Barrow zigzags up through, and he'll get inside the 25. Brought down at the 24. 6-yard pickup for Tristan Barrow.
And again, just going with that inside zone, and you see the quick cuts that he's able to make and able to shake and bake out there, break a few defenders down.
When he transferred in, one of the first things he did was send an email to Pal Miller, the head coach, asking about joining the football team. He's also a Governor's Scholar, so he was going to be away for a handful of dates. He sent those dates to Miller, and after he got back, he began practicing with the team, and just shows you the kind of level of responsibility for a high school kid to send an email. Sometimes at that level, it's the parents sending an email, but he took that responsibility and has been a positive plus addition for this Shelby County team. He'll get another handoff here, and look at the speed of Barrow, but Western Hills able to shut it down after a pickup of 8 on the play on 1st down. A good positive running room for Tristan Barrow. Actually, mark it back, it's going to be about a pickup of 5.
Yeah, and good job by Riley at the 8th, able to finally bring him down. But again, he's just explosive and really hits that hole with a lot of velocity.
Western Hills will make a substitution on their defensive line. Rajon Keeler, a freshman, will check in, trying to get some size there up the middle on the D-line.
And it's just amazing the differences in these two teams, because the D-line is really the strength of this Shelby County team. As you've seen, Western Hills hasn't really been able to get anything going on the inside.
Eric Taylor in a Wildcat formation. Taylor will keep trying to get to the right side, and he is lassoed down. Sam Durham making the tackle, the linebacker coming over from his spot.
Yeah, not too much room right there running into the boundary, but I love going with the Wildcat. Again, we've seen so many different play calls, just a variety of things getting called here in this game.
It's been 2 quarterbacks used tonight so far. Xavier Owens got the start, and it's been Taylor a couple of times in that Wildcat formation. So it would be 3rd down and 4. Shelby County team looking to get something going on the ground game.
If I'm Western Hills, I'll be looking out for some kind of shot right here.
1 running back to each side of Owens. They'll give it to Barrow. Barrow sweeps across, going east-west, and a good open field tackle there by Western Hills. It was Cam Flynn chasing him down. He could not break free.
Yeah, they're all-around guy, Cam Flynn, getting the stop right there and not able to get to the edge right there, which Western Hills has been able to do so well, but you see Shelby County not able to beat that leverage of the defense. And again, yeah, Cameron Flynn, their do-it-all guy, making the tackle, bringing up a 4th down here.
30th tackle on the year for Flynn. Has a couple for loss also on the season. 4 down territory for the Rockets. Shelby County had just 20 yards of total offense in that 40-0 loss to Western Hills last year. That was the first game after their previous head coach had resigned mid-year. Shelby County actually had to forfeit a game before that because of a myriad of reasons, because of inclement weather that week, a coaching change, and the safety of the players. Timeout to Shelby County. They will want to talk over a big 4th down here as they try to add to a 1-point lead when we return.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We will have a 4th down and 3. 6:32 to play here in the second quarter. Timeout to Pal Miller, the first-year head coach. Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. You would anticipate a run here. It's just a matter of, is it Alou or is it Taylor? 4th down and 3 out of the timeout. Snap coming from Lucas Moorhead. Up the middle, lowering the shoulder, Ian Alou. He gets the first down and a couple more. Powerful run that time by the 6'1", 200-pound sophomore.
Yeah, and you called it. Is it going to be Alou or is it going to be Taylor? And I like the play call right there, going with the big Alou. Again, 6'1", 200 pounds, so really a tough guy for the defense to bring down and able to pick up the first down right there and keep this drive going.
For the first time in a couple of years, this Shelby County team has got some guys on their squad that play a significant role that are not freshmen. It's a severely loaded sophomore class. Yeah, they're still pretty young, but for the first time in a long while, it's not a freshman leading the way for Shelby County. First down for the Rockets. Shotgun formation. This time it's Taylor. Taylor sifts his way inside the 10 and positive room for Eric Taylor. He'll go down to the 4-yard line, a 9-yard pickup.
And then it seems like everybody on this Shelby County team just runs hard. And, again, being able to run the ball so well, you have to credit the offensive line because that's where it starts at. And they've been doing an excellent job pushing this Western Hills defensive line back. And, again, this has been a very long drive. And this is what you love if you're Shelby County because, again, it leaves the opposing offense on the sideline and it makes them get cold.
I think both of these teams would like this game to be as low scoring as possible.
For sure, it's especially Western Hills, again, coming off that 77-0 loss. That's just a game where you didn't have any control. So to have a game like this where it's slow and methodical is definitely good.
Timeout to Shelby County. Shelby County will call another timeout here. This time it'll be 2nd down and goal. And we'll step aside with them. The Rockets trying to punch another one in, this time for the first time on the offensive side. We'll come back and write the script for you when we return on Glycon.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back here at Western Hills High School, the Rockets trying to add to their lead at 7-6. They are inside the 5-yard line. Low snap, bobbled and handled by Owens. Could it turn into gold? It will. As he got the low snap, took it out to the edge, and Owens makes something out of nothing, and it's a rushing touchdown for the quarterback, Xavier Owens.
Yeah, turning dirt into diamonds right there, and it looks like big number 55, Lucas Moorhead, had a shot at him, and Owens doing a good job breaking his angle down and getting to that outside and scoring the touchdown. And Luke Owens has really just brought a spark to this offense and just looks like a completely different group from before.
So they tried for 2 earlier. I'm sorry, that was the other side. Western Hills. Hardesty will attempt the point after. He made the other one. First one on the hold from Clay Seaton. Snap's good, holds good, kick is good. And it is all of a sudden 14-6 Shelby County over top of Western Hills with 4:59 remaining here in this second quarter. Shelby County is able to take advantage of a couple of miscues by Western Hills. They got it started with that onside kick that caught Western Hills off guard, then recovered a fumble for a touchdown. This time they get an offensive touchdown on what looked like could be a disastrous of a play. So if you're going by in boxing terms as far as who's laid the first punch, I believe it's going to the Shelby County Rockets.
Oh, for sure. And it came out when they got that fumble return right there. And, again, the key to the game I had for them was complementary football, and that's exactly what they're doing, able to get a score on offense, able to get a score on defense, and just helping each other out to try to come away with a win in this game.
So it is still a one-possession game with 14-6 now. And we'll see what Western Hills can do. It'll be Noah Hardesty to kick it away. This does not look like a team that has lost 19 of their last 20 games. They have come to play so far here in the first half. And the thing that Pal Miller told me, I love this analogy, is he said, everybody wants this to be a microwave process where you can pop something in and get instant results. Sometimes it's a little bit more of a slow cooker.
Oh, for sure, and especially if you're a first-time head coach. I mean, we're seeing the same thing at Henry Clay, the coach leaving from Bryan Station, coming over there and trying to build that program back up, and you're seeing the same thing here. A program just doesn't get turned around in 1 year. It takes a little bit of a process. Like I said, it's not just a quick pop, and I think that it's going in the right direction.
Flag on the play on the kick. An illegal procedure on Shelby County. Back them up. So Western Hills should get good field position here to have a big return here and set them up on the offensive side.
Yeah, and again, this just isn't the same Shelby County that's been throughout the season. Again, they're normally the team that's turning the ball over. They're normally the team that can't score, only averaging 8 points per game, but they have 14 here tonight.
Cam Flynn back deep for Western Hills. Along with Micah Cleveland. And it'll be Cleveland to field the line drive kick. Cleveland spinning up and diving past the 40-yard line.
Good coverage right there from Shelby County, though, keeping Cleveland from getting too many yards on the game right there.
I don't think any team has started on their drive on the other side of the 30. It's been great field position for both sides.
And both teams have been able to capitalize so far. Let's see if they can put some more points up on this drive here.
On that offensive line for Western Hills, you got Kalen Higgins, DeLeon Brooks. They call him Day-Day. I love that. A lot of size there on that Western Hills offensive line.
For sure,
this time they'll throw, and it's caught by Cleveland. Cleveland busts into Shelby County territory, and that's enough for a first down. One of the rare throws we've seen in the game so far.
Yet again, running that similar play that he fumbled on earlier, but able to hold on to the ball this time and move the chains, and really a kind of weird. You don't really see screen passes from under center, but I love what they're doing right there. It's real quick, catching the defense off guard.
For Cleveland, he hauls in his 6th catch of the year. He had one earlier. He had that one that was fumbled that resulted in a score for Shelby County.
And you don't normally see teams change their whole identity in a season like how they have tonight.
Toss to Flynn. Flynn hits the Jets and busts through the initial line, and Flynn has enough for a first down. Great run by Cam Flynn. You're seeing the danger of him.
Yeah, a little bit of magic right there, busting through the front line right there. I thought he may be stopped for a short gain, but able to break through and pick up a good gain and pick up the first down.
10-yard pickup for Flynn. Has over 500 yards rushing, 250 yards receiving. He's also attempted 16 passes, and he has over 30 tackles.
And that's a guy I feel like you tell him to do anything out there, and he'll go do it. Again, we've seen him make some big tackles as well. And again, to be able to throw, pass, and catch the football is amazing.
Durham in at fullback. They'll send Flynn in motion, go on the end around to Jackson. Jackson makes the initial man miss, but he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Shelby County doing a good job right there. The defensive line got a good push and didn't allow him to break free. Pickup was only about one right there. And again, we're seeing Western Hills move the ball down the field with ease now too, and both offenses have really been clicking really well tonight.
That offensive formation has changed a little bit since interim head coach Matt Daware took over. One of the first calls he made when he got the interim tag was to legendary coach Dudley Hilton, knowing he needed to change up the offense, so he called up Hilton. Daware drove to meet him, and that same week, Western Hills had their most points in the year. Here's a jet sweep to Jackson. Jackson has room to run. Jackson inside the 10, and J.T. Jackson busts it through for an end zone touchdown.
Yeah, big run right there from Jackson, breaking right through the defense, breaking everybody's angles down. This thing might be in for an offensive shootout here.
His second rushing touchdown of the night, this one from 35 yards out.
And also leaving 2.5 minutes on the clock for Shelby County, and let's see if they could potentially put some more points on the board before halftime as well.
Now, do you go for 2 here to try to tie this game at 14?
I think you do. If you're already down 2 and you went for it the first time, I think you go for it here again too. You have to convert this time, though.
They will go for 2. Kendall behind center. 3 backs. They'll give it to Flynn. Flynn makes a nice little move, and he will ease in for 2. And just like that, we are tied at 14. Western Hills getting the offense going. Maybe that's the rejuvenation that the Wolverines need.
Oh, for sure. And again, I think both these teams are rolling right now, and I think we may be in for a shootout. And again, giving it to their star guy right there, of course, Cameron Flynn, to get the 2-point conversion in, and you know that he's going to get it in for you. And this is the environment that you expect in a big-time game like this that has such big implications. And both these teams, I'm sure, don't want to go home and want to have some extra games after the regular season.
So now we see what Shelby County can do. Like you said earlier, maybe the only disadvantage to that big 35-yard run is it did allow over 2 minutes for Shelby County to get the ball back, and they won the toss and will defer, so they have a chance to go for a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, and the only thing with Shelby County is just their heavy run style, and they'll have to mix in some pass if they expect to get some points here before halftime. So I'd like to see what they come out here and do.
It'll be Kalen Higgins, big 6'3", 252 senior to kick it away. I love this when you have the big guy kick.
For sure.
Showing their athleticism. Higgins swings into it. Look at that spiral. It's caught by Taylor. Running room for Taylor up the middle. Eric Taylor gives great field position for the Rockets before he is gang tackled there by Higgins, who wrapped him up. And there's a flag late.
Yeah, and big Kalen Higgins kicking it and bringing him down, laying a big hit on him right there. And that was a nice return from Taylor. And you hope you're not giving them extra yardage if you're Western Hills here.
That's the equivalent of a center in basketball bringing the ball down the floor and just dunking.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a hefty guy like that kick the ball before.
So we'll assess what the penalty is here. Clock arrested at 2:24, tied at 14. It is a personal foul on Shelby County.
If you're Shelby County, that's just a penalty you can't have in this situation right here. You have to be more disciplined than that, especially when you have the chance to take the lead before halftime. Now you make your team have to go an extra 15 yards. And I know you were saying neither team started inside their 30. Well, that penalty got them inside their 30 on this one after a good return. And you just hate that if you're Shelby County.
They have already eclipsed their point-per-game average total here in the first half.
And whatever Coach Miller said to him, it worked.
Powell Miller in his first year also spent some time coaching at the college level with Widener University, Lindsey Wilson, and Appalachian State. First down and 10, another low snap. That's now 3 low snaps that they have had tonight. Looking to air it out, throwing a rainbow, and it is incomplete. Seaton was there. He just could not haul it in.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to have to go to the pass at some point on this drive. They wanted some points, and I like the play right there, and it looks like Seaton just misjudged the ball. It was right there, though, as he was streaking across the middle of the field. And the thing is that you want to be wary of if you're Shelby County. You don't want to throw 3 passes and get incompletes and give the ball back to Western Hills with time to potentially put points on the board.
Second down, Shelby County.
Are the low snaps causing any change in play in your mind?
Yeah, because that messes up all the timing of the play right there, and those low snaps can really just, like I said, throw off everything.
Imagine that may be a focus in the locker room for Shelby County. Caden Mattingly, the center, for the Rockets. This time he'll snap it over to Owens and give it off, and he is lassoed down. What a play by the defensive lineman / kicker, Kalen Higgins.
Yeah, and again, you've seen the low snap right there, too, and I think that may have affected the timing a little bit on that halfback draw right there.
And Matt Daware wants to call a timeout. He is sensing a chance to get the football back, and he'll call a timeout with 2:05 remaining here in the second quarter.
And again, this is where you're starting to get into dangerous territory for Shelby County.
We'll take a break here and bring you the final 2 minutes on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Third down, Shelby County.
So this is third down now as we return to action out of the timeout. Both teams have not been bashful in using their first half timeout. Sometimes those things go to the bank with you, but not the case for both of these coaches.
Yeah, I feel like both coaches have used them strategically as well. And again, as you see, Coach Daware using it to stop the clock here to potentially get the ball back to his guys.
Third down, low snap, flush from the pocket. Xavier Owens rainbows a pass. This one is hauled in by Clay Seaton.
And that time he's able to hit him going across the field and able to move the sticks and keep the drive going. And again, this is a team that wasn't throwing very much, and I've seen them throw the ball quite a bit here on this drive.
Needed 11, got 12. Again, Owens just 6 pass attempts on the year. Got the start tonight. Their normal starter, Briley Staples, yet to see any action. First down. Clock stopped because of the out of bounds. This time he'll air it out to the near side, and a pass interference coming.
It looked like they ran the same play just to the opposite side, and you see number 7, Micah Cleveland, getting there just a bit too fast as he was trying to hit Clay Seaton on the out route right there. And if you're Coach Daware, you just hate to have a penalty like that that's going to help him out even more and get the ball into plus territory.
But when Cleveland left his feet, Seaton kind of put on the brakes and kind of jumped over the back.
Yeah, and just mistimed the ball right there. But it's the unfortunate penalty.
That's going to give Shelby County a 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line.
So inside Western Hills territory now. We'll see what this team can do. Ethan Chesser along that offensive line. Dante Johnson, Caden Mattingly anchoring that offensive line. Barrow is out in open space. He's to the right of the quarterback in Owens. Owens, flush from the pocket. It is Higgins chasing him down, and he'll just take it out of bounds. That'll be a loss of 3. Loss of 2, make it.
Yeah, and just nothing going on right there as you see Western Hills playing a cover forward and just taking away everything deep. It looks like on the opposite side, though, he may have had his guy running down the field.
You surprised he didn't throw it away because he was out of the pocket?
Yeah, for sure. Just a young quarterback, just not much experience, but definitely one that he should have thrown away instead of taking that loss right there. But as long as he didn't take a sack, it's still good as long as he's able to stop the clock.
Brandon Davis, linebacker, will check out for this play for Western Hills. Second down and 12. And we'll have a timeout to Shelby County. That is their final timeout here in the first half.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I really like them taking their timeout right here. It is still a good amount of time left, but as you're moving the ball, I think that's one that you want to keep in your back pocket.
And the clock was stopped, too.
Yeah. And I guess he just wanted to talk it over with his guys. Yeah, really questionable taking your last time out right there.
These are the type of moments that Powell Miller, on a team that only has 8 seniors, just a very small roster, 42 guys on the team, 8 seniors. But what he told me earlier this week is they have the right upperclassmen who do it the right way. So you see this group of seniors, and again, 85% of the roster are either freshmen or sophomores, so they get to see what it's like and how it's done the right way. And even after that senior class leaves, that that still has a lasting effect for years to come.
For sure. Definitely when you're getting experience like that at such a young age, it prepares you. And getting moments like these, you're able to, like I said, be prepared once your time does come in your latter years.
2nd down and 12 now. We'll see if they go through the air. It will be Owens. Owens shifting directions. He's going up and cutting up, and there's room to run for Owens. Owens inside the 30 to the 25 and out of bounds he will go. A 24-yard scamper by Owens. That's the 2nd time he's really made something out of nothing.
And I knew he was fast. I didn't know he was that fast, though. Really took off. Looked like the flash right there. And good job right there getting out of bounds, stopping the clock as well.
And that changes your play call dramatically, because if nothing happens there, you're all of a sudden looking at 3rd down and behind the sticks with about 1:40 remaining. And you're thinking, how can I waste as much clock before Western Hills gets the ball back? Now you're thinking, let's go into the locker room and get a lead.
For sure. And it looks like he was looking for his guy, number 18, Caden Johnson, over there on the opposite side, but it was really well covered and able to pull it down and make a play with his legs.
Empty backfield. 3 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Good snap by Mattingly. Here's the throw into the end zone, and it is caught. Seaton brought it down, and it's a touchdown.
And good job right there by Seaton going up and high pointing the ball, because it looks like the defender was right there, but was caught ball watching and just let the ball go right over him. Really good job right there by Seaton going up and grabbing that one at his high point.
24 yards to Clay Seaton, his 2nd touchdown of the night and his 1st of the season.
You had to see right there, just running the slot fade, and just again the cornerback caught looking in the backfield and not making a play on the ball, and Seaton goes right up and catches it over him.
He made one slight little adjustment to get around his DB, and that was enough to haul it in and gave him some space to do that.
And I thought it may have been a pick at first, but again, the defender was caught ball watching, and Seaton's able to get better position than him and go up. And again, I was saying I was thinking that Western Hills was going to leave too much time on the clock for Shelby County, and they were able to go down. Now Shelby County's left some time on the clock for Western Hills. 1:28, so a lot of time to drive the ball down the field.
Take another look at this replay right here. What a great job by Seaton to adjust, and an excellent thrown ball in Xavier Owens, a guy that normally doesn't throw a lot.
Yeah, and he just throwing it right up, giving his guy a chance to make a play, and quarterback having trust in his guy. And again, Owens being a young quarterback, that's going to give him a lot of confidence as the game goes on.
Clay Seaton, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
I don't think this is the same Shelby County team that's played the rest of the season, because again, it's a team only averaging 8 points, and they've got 21 here in the first half. And one thing they've really done well is just the ball protection. Again, a team with 24 turnovers on the season, had a good first half here, and actually able to get a defensive score from a turnover.
We've had answers pretty much all game long. We'll see if Western Hills is able to do the same. It is a line drive kick, and that will be fielded by the Wolverines' Sam Durham.
And again, that's a questionable call to me right there, because it's only 1:28 left, and now you're going to give Western Hills amazing starting field position to try to drive the ball down. I think that's one that he should have kicked deep right there.
Western Hills with 1 timeout remaining.
And 1 timeout in 1:28, that's all but enough time to put some kind of points on the board, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown.
You have a kicker in Ashton Lewis who has only attempted 1 on the season. So they may be trying for 6. 1st down and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Back to pass. Kendall, he's flush from the pocket. Now throws a laser out to the sidelines. It's hauled in by Flynn. Was he in bounds? No, he was not.
And you hate that right there, but really good pressure put on Kendall right there from number 27, Peyton Holt. Really didn't give Kendall too much time back there to be able to make his reads.
You can see the issues of only having one timeout. Everything's got to go to the sideline. And if you're a defensive coordinator right now for Shelby County planning on that, things will probably be open over the middle of the field. It's just a matter of if you have time to get up and run the next play.
For sure, and you have to know that Western Hills is looking for Cameron Flynn somehow, some way. As you've seen, that was the first guy that he attempted to throw to on the first play right there.
So second down, they'll bring in those 3 backs out of the wing tee. Flynn looking to pass. Flynn lobs it up. Cleveland hauled in. Cleveland at the 20, 15, 10. It's trickery for 6 for Western Hills.
What a game. What a game. In the past minute, we've seen 2 touchdowns here and still a lot of time left on the clock. And again, Flynn is showing his big play ability right there.
Cam Flynn can do it all. And Cleveland able to run in. He broke a couple of tackles and scampered in for 6.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's Cameron Flynn's second touchdown pass of the year.
I don't know if we're done scoring, KJ. We got 1:06 remaining.
I don't either. I keep saying the other team's leaving too much time on the clock, and they are. And again, I think Shelby County could go down and maybe score more points.
They are going to line up to go for 2. It'll be a jet sweep, and it's fumbled, brought down by Shelby County. And in high school, you can't return it, and that's a break for Western Hills because that one was going the other way.
Yeah, it was, and I actually just learned something new. I didn't know that you couldn't return a 2-point conversion because, yeah, that could have been really ugly right there, but that could definitely be something that's costly later on in the game, that 1 point right there.
So we remain a 1-point game as Western Hills trying to go for 2 again. They are 1 for 3 in 2-point tries. Man, what a game we've had.
If you're a football fan, you have to love this football right here. And we should have known we were in for excitement when we started off with the onside kick. We knew both these coaches were going deep in their bag.
That should have been the precursor. I think both of these bands are going to battle at halftime. I think we're going to have a drum off or something. They have been nonstop the entire game, both of them on both sides.
Yeah, we have the teams competing on the field. We have the bands competing on the tracks. I love it. I love the energy. I love the intensity here tonight. The atmosphere is amazing. What a way to end the district play.
We have had 3 touchdowns in 1:28.
And both these teams going against what they typically do. With the time running down, you have to go to the pass, and both these teams showing their passing ability.
Flag flies on the kickoff. So they'll back up the Wolverines here.
And that could be a big penalty also. Any yardage that you give to Shelby County is just only adding to the field and helping them potentially put more points on the board here before halftime. And again, both these teams, the coaches called them and they answered the call. Both these teams are playing their hearts out here tonight.
It is the second touchdown of the year for Micah Cleveland on that big pass, right around 50 yards. And as you said, KJ, passing touchdown number 2 for Cam Flynn. This one is a squib, and it'll be hauled in by Ian Alou at the 45-yard line.
And still, I'm just not understanding these short kicks when you're giving the opponent such a short field with such short time, and it's helping them. I'm not understanding why they're not kicking the ball deep here.
Well, instead of having to go 80 yards, you have to go 55, 60, so it shortens the length of the field. It's certainly a valid question, and maybe it's just not trusting the strength of your kicking team.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't put a finger on it because, again, you're only helping your opponent out, making them have a short field to drive with a little bit amount of time left.
So now what does Shelby County do for an encore with 1:05? They have 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and more flags. We were cruising right along for the first 20 minutes of this game, and the last 3 minutes has slowed down the pace a little bit.
And again, Western Hills helping out Shelby County even more. They had the penalty on the kickoff and now an illegal substitution penalty. And Western Hills really just shooting ourselves in the foot here to end the half.
Again, same formation for Western Hills. First down and 5, a little bit more manageable. Time to throw for Owens. Throwing with high-octane gasoline, and Seton able to make another adjustment, and Seton hauls it in.
And it's very similar to the play before when he scored on it, just running right down the middle, and the defender's right there just not making a good play on the ball, and really shocking that time from Cameron Flynn, one of their star players, not able to.
Was there a flag on the play? They're bringing the ball back.
And that's just a killer right there.
I didn't see the flag fly.
And
they are going to back it up. It'll be.
I don't think they're backing it up. I think they started
second
at
down and 5. Yeah, that was the original line of scrimmage. So was there a stop in play before the ball was snapped? That's the only question I have. There's only one timeout remaining. That's to Western Hills, though. So we'll rinse and repeat. Second down and 5. Owens looking right. Lowers the shoulder to throw it, and it is incomplete.
Yeah.
Or it was caught. It was caught by Alou.
Owens throwing some really risky passes here. That one a risky one. That last one he threw to Seton a risky one. I love the confidence.
Lowered his arm angle, threw it, and Ian Alou able to tiptoe down the sideline.
And Owens only a sophomore, showing a lot of his talent here. This is a guy that's going to have a nice career here at Shelby County.
12-yard pickup for Ian Alou, the 4th leading receiver on the team third leading receiver on the team. 50 seconds remaining. Can Shelby County pad their lead going into the locker room? Pressure's on. Owens evades the sack. Owens got to tuck the ball. He's running first down and more, and he'll go out of bounds.
And Owens is really, this is his comeback game right here. As you see, the play was breaking down. Looks like he might have been sacked, and then he's able to take it off and run and just left the defender, Sam Durham, in the dust. Looks like he had the angle on him and just left him standing still right there.
More dance moves than a guy at the prom.
He's got that shake and bake back there for sure.
Where did Xavier Owens come from, and who is this guy? He was 3 of 6 on the year in passing, and he only had 14 rushing attempts all year long.
And no shade to Bradley Staples, but Xavier Owens has really put a spark in this offense, and they look like a completely different team.
Back to pass to the end zone. Seton, ball is tipped and incomplete.
Yeah, and that one right there, it looks like he just kind of short-armed it. It looks like if he would have put a little bit more on it, he could have got his guy there in the end zone.
Broken up. Sam Dawson in there, or Sam Durham in there.
And a good job right there by Western Hills to recover and tracking the ball down and break that one up, because that was going to be 6 again.
This time Seton drawing the double team, and it was Kane Minnick, also a DB, in there to break up that pass. Wide receiver DB combo. Second down and 10, 33 seconds remaining. 3 receivers to the right, ball on the left hash. Snaps have been better here for Shelby County. Going for the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, good job.
Had his man.
Good job right there. He had man-on-man coverage, no safety help over top, and it was number 17. I don't have a 17 here, but number 17 on the coverage right there, doing a good job breaking it up.
It's Kane Minnick. He had a jersey switch before the game. Normally 24, going over to 17.
Yeah, good job right there. Again, recovering on an island right there. That's the scariest thing right there. You're on an island one-on-one, that ball's in the air, you're going to make a play or not, and he did a good job coming up with that one.
They were going for Adrian Navarro. So that plays out about 9 seconds. And it'll be third down. Western Hills does have 1 timeout remaining. Rolling out. Owens to the sideline. It is complete to Ian Alou, and he is out of bounds right at the 19-yard line. It's going to be shy of the first down.
And I love the poise back there from Owens, too. Doing a really good job putting the ball right on the money, too.
7-yard pickup there, but it's still short of the sticks. That'll bring up fourth down. 17 seconds to play. They will bring on Noah Hardesty for his first field goal attempt of the year. He was 3 of 6 entering this game in point after tries. And this will be a 35-yarder for Noah Hardesty. It's the biggest kick of the season for him, with a chance to add to Shelby County's lead on fourth down and 3. "35 yards from Hardesty, line drive, and it is no good." They were coming with pressure, and the kick didn't have quite the distance, and it was off target as well.
Yeah, and you don't see too many field goals from that deep in high school. It would have been great if you could have made that one, though.
I think the thought process was for Powell Miller, let's try it here, see what we got. Fourth down. On fourth down and 3, though, are you a little bit surprised that they didn't go for it?
Just situational football, just where you're at with the clock running down. I'm not surprised. I mean, you want to get what you can get, because if you don't, if you go for it right there and you don't pick it up, it's like, man, we should have tried for the point. So, I mean, I think it's good that they at least tried to take the field goal right there and extend the lead.
Maybe a different story if you have a couple of timeouts at your disposal, too. So 14 seconds to play. Western Hills not content with going to the locker room, and that pass is nearly intercepted. Clay Seaton.
Yeah, and Seaton, man, that's one you got to have right there. That could be a game changer right there. Get the ball back to your offense and potentially put some more points up.
These last 3 minutes of this second quarter have been 45 minutes long.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a whole quarter in this last couple minutes. It's been action-packed, though.
It has. It's been no shortages of fireworks.
And it looks like the band's cooled down a little bit because it's been so long. They were going hard.
They're out of air.
Got to save some for the halftime show.
9 seconds here. We'll see what they do here. I imagine you just run it and go to the locker room.
Yeah, I would expect to run, but the way the game's gone so far, I don't think so.
It's been a wild first half, and this will be the last play of it. And it'll be a designed quarterback run. Well, not designed, but it will be the last play of the first quarter. Nope, scratch that. There's a second left.
I don't think this quarter wants to end.
It does not. I need a drink of water over here. I'm trying to get something to go to break here, and so I can refuel.
I'm out of energy, too, watching these last few minutes.
Man, what in store we could have for the second half.
I'm super excited.
You don't want to go anywhere.
And what I'm curious about is how these teams decide to go about it in the second half, because both these teams are run heavy, but situational football, they had to throw the ball, and they looked excellent throwing the football. So I'm curious to see if they decide to start throwing more in the second half or stick to their original game plan and their identity of running the football.
Do we see some trickery here? 1 second left. They will go to a new quarterback in. Getting this snap was Bradley Stout, and he fumbled it. And it was recovered by Shelby County, but time runs out. And so they go to a new quarterback in. Stout, the freshman, comes in. And if there was time left, that could be disastrous.
And honestly, Western Hills is super lucky to walk away, because if he would have picked that ball up and ran with it, they would have scored another touchdown. Luckily that he just fell on the football right there, but that could have been very dangerous right there.
Look at it one more time here. The last play of the first half.
And
as a freshman, got to protect that ball a little bit more. That was a great initial hit there by Shelby County's Leonaire Rugumbo.
And if you also look to, there weren't any black jerseys around, so he could have walked in the end zone scot-free and got a touchdown.
Wow, what a first half. It comes to an end here. When a 1-point game, it is Shelby County 21, Western Hills 20. We'll come back and recap this one. We'll try our very best. This has been an action-packed first half in Frankfort, and you're watching it here on Glycon.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Manowar Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
Halftime here in Frankfort. Glad you're along with us here as you're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod along with KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. A lot of action-packed fireworks in this first half, with Shelby County leading by 21-20. And, partner, how do you put this first half into words? It was anything like I've seen all year long.
Yeah, from the opening kickoff, again, they started off with an onside kick, which is something I've never seen before. And I think that, again, perfectly explained how the first half went. Those last 3 minutes of the first half were just amazing. And, again, both teams just changed up their identity and going to the pass and just executing it very well.
And I don't like using this term because there's so much to this game. It's almost like both of these coaches have kind of had that there's nothing to lose mentality, but there's everything to gain. So you're seeing out all the stops in the playbook. You're seeing teams go for 2 to try to take a lead. There's been a lot of play calls designed to be aggressive in this first half.
Yeah, and you may not like saying that you have nothing to lose, but, I mean, neither team does. I mean, you have Shelby County at 1-7, 0-3 in district. You have Western Hills at 2-6 and 1-2 in district. And this is a game that this is a must-win for both these teams. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you really don't have anything to lose. So you might as well throw all your chips in. There's only one regular season game left. So, I mean, honestly, what do we have to lose? Let's go ahead. Let's punch the other team in the mouth and just throw everything at them.
Shelby County would need to win this game and also have Grant County lose to be able to force a three-way tie, where the tie would be determined in a three-way by RPI. And anytime you get involved with the computer, you hate leaving it up to something outside of the field of play, but that's the way it is. And to break that tie, you want to be able to control what you can control.
Yeah, you do. And again, you don't want to leave it to the numbers, but you have to do what you have to do. And I mean, both these teams are coming out doing what they need to do to try to get this win.
And on the other side for Western Hills, it's a little bit of a simpler mindset for them. All they have to do is win. It would be their second district win of the season, and they would secure their spot in the postseason, in the playoffs, as they try to overcome a 1-point deficit here in the first half. Well, tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, as you see some scores from around Central Kentucky and around the Commonwealth of Kentucky as well. A lot of scores to digest there as you're seeing them on your screen. When KJ and I return, we'll have more on the halftime report for you. We're live in Frankfort on the campus of Western Hills High School. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
A lot of action on the field, a lot of action in the musical instrument department too on both of these sides. Both of these bands have been loud and proud here tonight in Frankfort, and you love to see the passion on both sides. This has been a fascinating game to follow. Not a lot of separation between these two teams. The largest lead of the game for either side was 8. So it shows you how closely competitive this was in the first half, and I imagine it will carry on over into the second half. All sorts of highlights for our producer Scott Moore to dive into here in this first half. There were a lot of scores, and it started with a fumble recovery for a touchdown by Clay Seaton. He recovered the first drive for Western Hills, it was going to be a first down for Micah Cleveland. He would later make do on a touchdown reception, but it got started with a fumble recovery by Clayton Seaton, and he's had a great game. JT Jackson on the other side has had a great game as well, and there's a lot of athleticism on these two teams, and the Stars are kind of rising up for the challenge. And take us inside each locker room. KJ, what do you think is, start with Shelby County, they've got a 1-point lead. It's one of their highest scoring outputs of the season. Their highest so far on the season is 26, so they're in prime position to eclipse that. And I think it's been the changing quarterback, Xavier Owens. He's been a huge bright spot, and they'll need him to continue if they want to try to secure their first win.
Yeah, he has, and I think that's been the biggest story of the first half because he's completely rejuvenated this Shelby County offense. I know I've said it a lot throughout the game, but again, this is a team that only averaged 8 points per game, and they already have 21. And as far as if I'm Shelby County's coach, if I'm Coach Miller, I want to tell my team how proud I am, but again, I want to keep them level-headed because I don't want them to get big heads and come out in the second half and think that they've earned something already. You still have a whole second half to fight, but I would let my team know how proud I am of them because they've came out and completely flipped the switch from the regular season. Again, this is a team that was negative 15 turnover margin, 24 turnovers on the year, flipped that around, was able to get a touchdown off a turnover. So Shelby County's doing an amazing job there in the first half.
Western Hills has 2 rushing touchdowns by JT Jackson. They've been super aggressive as well. You're seeing one of the big runs by JT Jackson right now as he was able to kind of sweep across and go in for the second of his 2 rushing touchdowns. He had one of 13 and that long run of 35 that you just witnessed. They've been aggressive. They've tried for 2-point conversions. It's been a very aggressive first half here in Western Hills, and we'll see what the second half has in store for these two teams. When we come back, we'll bring you all the scoring recap of this wild, insane first half here in Frankfort. When KJ and I return, you're watching high school football on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Here's a look at the first half scoring summary presented by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. Shelby County started the scoring with 6:17 to play in the first quarter. A Clayton Seaton fumble recovery for a touchdown put the Rockets on the board first. Noah Hardesty's extra point made it 7-0 Shelby County. Western Hills would get on the board with less than a minute remaining in the first stanza. They would get the first of 2 rushing touchdowns by JT Jackson. With 50 seconds left, Western Hills would go for 2, and it would be unsuccessful, so the lead remained with the Rockets. We would go to the 5-minute mark, just a tick below it in the second quarter before Shelby County would add to their lead. A 4-yard touchdown run on a broken play where the snap was low. Xavier Owens just had to take it, run, got to the edge, and it was a touchdown run of 4 yards for the quarterback for Shelby County, Xavier Owens. The extra point by Hardesty made it 14-6, and that was the largest lead for either team in the first half. Then the chaos really picked up after that. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Western Hills would go on a 35-yard touchdown run from J.T. Jackson. Flynn's 2-point conversion was good. They would run it in from there, and Western Hills was able to tie it at 14. A minute 28 left in the second quarter, so a minute 4 seconds after that, Shelby County would get a 24-yard touchdown reception to Clay Seaton. His second touchdown of the night, one on the defensive side, one more on the offensive side. His first touchdown reception of the year. Hardesty's extra point made it 21-14. Then 22 seconds later, a little trickery by the Wolverines of Western Hills. Cam Flynn throwing a 51-yard touchdown pass to Micah Cleveland. They would go for 2 to try to take the lead. It would be unsuccessful, and that is where we are currently, 21-20. There's going to be more fireworks, I imagine, here in this second half. Western Hills looking to secure their spot in the postseason, needing to get a win to do that, to try to move to 2-2. They've been a lot better since interim head coach Matt Daware took over. He's led them to both of their wins on the season. He was an assistant at the beginning of the year, and for a program that's had a lot of turnover, this is their third different head coach in the last 11 months. So this got to be tough on the players to have all those different voices come in and lead your program. Last year, the coach, Simon Vanderpool, he resigned. He's now an assistant at Louisville Trinity. Had a great year last year, 7-4 record. Had to replace their starting quarterback and starting running back, as well as their top 2 tacklers on defense. So a lot of moving pieces. They're trying to end the season on a positive note. They've won both of their games this season at home, and they're looking to do that here tonight to make it their third win of the season. You know, KJ, this is a school that was formed in 1979. It's Western Hills team, and it's already produced a Major League Baseball player in J.T. Riddle and an NFL receiver in Wendell Robinson.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I actually played against Wendell Robinson in 7-on-7. I think my senior year we played against him. So, yeah, the fact, because, 1977, that's not too long. So to be able to already put out some professional player, that says a lot right there.
And he was Mr. Football, too, one year, correct? I believe in 2018. Would that be about right?
Yeah, I think, because I'm pretty sure that's when he graduated, because I think he may have been a year after me. But, I remember us playing against Western Hills in the 7-on-7, and he was out there.
Wendell Robinson now with the New York Giants. And it's also produced a Broadway actor in Will Chase, who is best known for his role as Luke Wheeler in the ABC show Nashville. You ever watch that show?
I've never watched it. I might have to check it out then. We got a star from Kentucky?
That's your homework before you go to next week, report back.
All right, for sure. I got you.
And as you would imagine, with the title being Nashville, it's a country music documentary.
I was actually in Nashville last weekend, so yeah, I said I have to check it out, though.
Great city. Love that city.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we are about set for the second half.
Let the fireworks go off. I'm pretty sure we're in for an action-packed second half, just as the first half was.
Both kicking units have not gone deep at all tonight. We'll see if that trend continues. And it is big Kalen Higgins on to kick it away, and he's been that line drive, not any hang time at all. We'll see how Western Hills plays it. Shelby County won the toss, elected to defer, so they will get the ball here to begin the third quarter with a 1-point lead. Higgins' low line drive kick will be fielded on a bounce at the 27-yard line by Taylor. Taylor goes up the middle, now shifts gears, and he'll be brought down at the 41-yard line.
And had an open window right there for a quick second, but it closed up quickly.
We have an injured Western Hills player down on the special teams. That's Riley Atha.
And let's hope that he's okay. He looks like he's in a lot of pain down there.
So Riley Atha being checked out right now, a freshman on this Western Hills team. And interim head coach Matt Daware and training staff will come over and talk with him. I think that so far, and it's good to see Atha standing up now, but so far they have really used last week's performance, where it was a blowout loss against Franklin County, in a positive way. They've not let that result carry over into tonight. And Matt Daware told me, he said, what he told the team is last Friday was as bad as it gets. It's all uphill from here, and you're seeing that tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it can get much worse than 77-0. And, again, you can do one of two things. You can lay down or you can get up. And this team has clearly gotten up, and they've shown their fight tonight. And they've shown that they really want to have a playoff spot, and they're competing hard tonight against this Western Hills team.
The Wolverines had just -7 yards of total offense for the game. They were negative.
And it just makes me wonder, like, what that game even looked like to have a -7 yards. That's you didn't move the ball at all the whole game. You just completely shut out. So to be able to put that behind you, because that can be a very embarrassing loss. So to put that behind you and be able to come out here and play well shows a lot.
On the first offensive play of the third quarter, it'll be a quarterback sack.
And just no room to move right there. You see Owens moving around the pocket right there, and I feel like that's something that Coach Daware, I feel like he emphasized on that, because he was running everywhere in that first half. And, again, they did a good job collapsing the pocket right there and not giving him anywhere to run.
He's one of those quarterbacks that's constantly in motion. He's got those happy feet, call it.
Yeah, and, again, that just puts pressure on the defense. And, again, that had to be an adjustment, because I'm pretty sure Western Hills didn't come out prepared for Owens to run the ball. And you have Staples, who had -100 rushing on the ground. So it wasn't really a threat on the ground.
Here's Barrow going out and getting hit hard out of bounds. There is a flag on the play, and this one could be coming back. And, you were talking about not preparing for that. They may have not prepared for Xavier Owens, because Riley Staples had the most game reps, but they making the change to Xavier Owens, and so far that has been advantageous for the Rockets.
Yeah, and again, Staples, he had a -100 rush yards on the season. So, again, that's not something that you're really preparing for when you're in practice doing scout team. You're not preparing for a dual-threat quarterback where you throw Owens in the game. And, again, that completely changes the whole dynamic of how you're playing.
In both of these teams, not a huge roster at all. So a lot of these guys are playing both sides of the ball, and we'll see if fatigue starts to set in.
Yeah, and you see Shelby County coming out with some sloppy play here. You see a quarterback sack, and then you had the big penalty right there, knocking them back to the second and forever.
Up the middle, look at him dance his way free. Owens lowering the boom as he gets stopped just shy of the 40-yard line. The way he's able to get up the middle of the field, man, he just dances his way past a couple of would-be tacklers.
And he really just moves at the speed of light. Again, you just see defenders right there, and before you know it, he's got him broke down. You see about 3 missed tackles on the play right there.
Western Hills, DeLeon Brooks coming off a little bit limping. Also Kane Minnick and Brandon Davis checking out for the Wolverines.
And it looks like they're in about a 3rd and 14, and not too many plays in the playbook for a 3rd and long like this. So I'd assume it's something safe, just maybe a halfback draw.
They will go to the air. Owens over the middle of the field, overshoots his man. It was deflected and broken up by Western Hills' Jaden Harris, the junior.
And a dangerous pass right there, and that's typically why you just go with something safe so you're not putting your quarterback in a position right there. And Owens is not a guy that's afraid to sling that peel. Again, we've seen him throw a lot of questionable calls here. I mean, throw a lot of questionable passes at the end of the first half.
Adon Taylor will punt it away. Taylor, a freshman. Fourth down and 14. So the opening drive for Shelby County, a chance to add to their lead. They appear like they'll be unable to do so, and Cam Flynn stands at his own 30-yard line. So Taylor to punt, and the snap is disastrous, and there's nothing for Taylor to do. He is swarmed down by a dynamic duo of Jaden Harris and Derek Rayborn.
And just such sloppy play here to start off the second half. And if you're Coach Miller, you got to talk to your guys and get them back in the game, because obviously their heads are still left at halftime, or they're still living off that high from the first half, and you can't do that. You still have a whole second half of football to play, and again, just sloppy play here.
Late in the second quarter, those snaps were getting a little bit better now. Now disastrous strikes once again for Shelby County. They've had some not perfect snaps here in this game as Kendall goes under center. JT Jackson looking for his third rushing touchdown, and he catapults Western Hills to the front of the scoreboard.
Just right up the middle, a few broken tackles. Again, that's just effort right there. If you're Shelby County, you got to get your head back in the game, because it looks like they're still foggy. And like I said, in halftime, as you see him break right through the middle right there, looks like about three guys had a chance to tackle him and just didn't bring him down. Again, you start off the half right here with a failed punt, and then you give up a one-run touchdown.
JT Jackson having a game now as they will go for two, and Flynn will be stonewalled right there. They're now 1 for 4 on 2-point tries, so the door remains open a little bit for Shelby County. It's a 5-point lead on the third rushing touchdown of the game for JT Jackson, and it's Western Hills out in front. Shelby County gets the ball when we return.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Picking up right where we left off in the third quarter here. It's 26-21 as Western Hills plays from the front of the scoreboard for the first time. It's been Shelby County controlling the pace. First lead for Western Hills tonight.
And for Shelby County, if you come away with a loss here, you want it to be that you left everything on the field. You don't want it to be that we lost the game ourselves with silly mistakes, such as that punt right there. So you really need to clean up those mistakes here to give yourself a chance to win.
They will go with the onside / quick squib kick here.
Yeah, and real good hands right there by Aiden Taylor.
If this is unable to get a win for Shelby County, remember that play right there on the snap where the Rockets were going to punt it away, and there was nothing that Taylor could do there on that snap. He just had to gobble it up and take his loss.
Yeah, and let's hope they've cleaned up those snaps here.
Xander Dahlke on the offensive line, along with Caden Madlingly. He's been the center tonight. Ethan Chesser, along with Trevor Covington. They will go on the ground. Tristan Barrow. Barrow is met at the 50-yard line. A strong, powerful hit by Micah Cleveland.
Yeah, Micah Cleveland came down with some force right there. Looks like he had some anger he wanted to let out right there, that big hit. And I like both teams sticking with their identity, going back to the run, not just forcing up the passes.
3-yard pickup for Tristan Barrow. They've kind of contained him a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen bits and spurts of his explosiveness, but yeah, overall they've done a real good job containing him.
But him and Xavier Owens, you get them in open space and look out.
Yeah, that's a scary duo right there.
2nd down and 7. Rockets down by 5. They will give it on the jet sweep to Taylor, and he's losing ground. Brought down in the backfield. Great job by Western Hills. Sam Durham, the linebacker, coming over, reading that play perfectly.
Yeah, just not letting them get to the outside. And that's what you want to do as a defense. You want to get that angle and force him back into the teeth of the defense, and that's exactly what they did right there, because that's where all your help is at. You don't want to let him get around the edge where he can potentially break off.
Loss of 6 on the TFL. The initial hit was by Cam Flynn.
And this Western Hills defense, they're turned up here in the second half. They seem like they're way more locked in than they were in the first half.
3rd down and 12 now. Under 9 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Do you go through the air here?
I think you kind of have to if you want a chance.
Owens flush from the pocket, trying to make magic once again, just buying time. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, still well short of the first down. A 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, and again, you see him doing his shake and bake and breaking a few defenders, but a lot better pursuit to the ball here from Western Hills in the second half. And Coach Dow here, whatever he said to his team, they definitely listened, and I love the adjustments that he's made, keeping more contained on Owens there.
So another roll the dice here by first-year head coach Pal Miller.
And I know you said you hate the term, but again, what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
Especially going for a call right here, your own side of the 50 on a 4th and 8.
Have to get to the 43-yard line. Deep play count here, and we'll have a timeout.
On the field, timeout, Shelby County.
I don't think any coach is going to leave this field with timeouts in their back pocket.
I don't either. They're definitely leaving all out there. Coaches, players, everybody.
So 4th down and 6 after the timeout to Shelby County. Coming off a bye week. Total yards were pretty even in that game 2 weeks ago when the loss to Spencer County, 235 to 206 in favor of Spencer County. Spencer County trying to go to 3-1 in this district tonight. They're taking on Grant County. And Shelby County threw the ball a little bit more in that game 2 weeks ago than we're seeing tonight. They had 117 yards between 3 different passers. But so far tonight, it's been the more traditional running game that has allowed Shelby County to hang in this game and still give them a shot with a chance to eclipse their season-high total in points. 4th down. Here we go. Under 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the left hash. They will go for a punt here as Taylor able to punt this one away. And it will be a very short punt. And it will go out of bounds past the 30, 35-yard line. It is a 17-yard punt. And slow to get up on that play for Shelby County was Peyton Holt.
And again, we hope he's okay. It's the second player we've seen go down here in the second half. It looks like he'll walk it off. He's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's now, to add a little bit more insult to injury, he's got to play linebacker.
Yeah, that's tough there, especially when you got to fill those holes.
So Western Hills will get it, a chance to add to their lead now for the Wolverines.
And again, they scored on one play last possession. Let's see if they can put together a methodical drive here.
And a flag before the snap.
And that's something else. We didn't see very many flags there in the second half. We've already seen 3 flags here to start off this second half.
Legal substitution on Shelby County. And now it looks like Peyton Holt, who was injured on that special teams play, is going to go over to the sideline to be further evaluated.
5-yard penalty. Still 1st down for Western Hills.
Be 1st down and 5 now. And a couple of those in this game here on both sides. A couple of 1st and 5s, something you don't see too often. They will fake the handoff and go to Cleveland along the near side, and Cleveland gets the 1st down. When they have gone through the air, it's been more of that style of throw. Nick Kendall, quick pass, that Utah pass that they used to call it, and it was complete over to Micah Cleveland.
Yeah, and Seaton right there bringing him down. Luckily, he didn't get called for a horse collar right there because it definitely like he had the back. But, again, you don't see that under center screen pass very often, but we've seen it here to Cleveland a few times, and he's done a good job when he's gotten the ball in his hands.
They will give it on the ground here, busting through to Flynn. Flynn powers forward to the 45-yard line, an 8-yard pickup for Cam Flynn. He's having a great game.
He is, and I just love how well that Western Hills is getting the ball around. All their guys are getting touches and being able to make plays. And, again, it's just keeping the defense on their toes. You get them to the outside with a quick screen, then you come back right into the outside, and it's getting the defense moving east and west and just keeping them on their toes.
Flynn will go in motion this time, hand it off to Durham, and not much there happening. Initially met by Alou and finished off by their leading tackler in Robbie Moore.
And we've seen some big hits tonight, and that was another one right there.
I think every tackle that Robbie Moore has made has been a big hit. He is their leading tackler on the year now, over 70 on the season. He has 32 more tackles than anybody else on the team.
And that's a real showstopper right there. That's the workhorse of the defense.
It's third down and short. Wing T formation. They'll give it on the ground to J.T. Jackson, and he saunters forward right at the sticks. I believe that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, hasn't been too much running room on the inside right there, but able to get a good gain.
And it's going to be a timeout for measurement. It's going to be close. Trying to spot it. And we'll see if it is enough for a first down. With the way this game is going, I don't know if it matters because both coaches have shown that they're probably going to go for it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely 4-down territory, whether it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 8. We've seen these coaches going for it. So, again, like you said, I'm pretty sure whether they've got it or not, that we're going to see the offense out there.
So the chain crew will come out, and we'll see if it is enough for a first down. There was one Shelby County player there, and Donez Marshall, who's injured and senior out for the year. He was laying down on the turf to try to get the angle. I love it. Stretch it out. And it is enough for a first down.
Football's a game of inches, and just barely got that one right there.
What a game for J.T. Jackson. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns. Has broken off a couple of big plays in tonight's game, showing why they have a rushing offense of 146 yards per game. Clock moves. Kendall under center. Toss to Flynn. Out in open space. Cam Flynn, here he goes. Inside the 40, brought down at the 38-yard line for a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, and just a quick pitch right there to the wide side of the field. And, again, Flynn showing that amazing burst of speed. And that's a play that you have to watch out because it's the same play that he threw the touchdown off of. So you got to watch out coming down so fast.
You get Flynn and Jackson showing why they are a very strong running back duo. One receiver set, it's Cleveland. Second down and about 5. They're going to go back to the ground. J.T. Jackson dances to the outside. Jackson to the 30, 25-20. Jackson brought down at the 15-yard line.
Jackson just running right through the defense right there. We've seen he's able to get the touchdown on the last drive, and just his explosiveness.
23 yards for J.T. Jackson. He just pinballed around that offensive tackle.
And the stars have really came out to play here for Western Hills. Cleveland's played really good, Flynn's played really good, and J.T. Jackson's played really good. And when you can really lean on your stars like that to carry the offense, it makes the coach's job a lot easier and takes away that headache.
Rajon Keeler, an offensive lineman, will check out. And we have a flag on the play.
False start against Western Hills.
Wolverines committing the false start penalty.
Getting some sloppy play here from both teams. We've seen a lot more flags than we did in the first half.
So that'll back him up after that big run by Jackson. Miles Hart in as an offensive lineman. So first down and 15. They'll toss it to Flynn. Flynn around the edge to the 20, 15, 10. Here goes Flynn right around the 5-yard line. He is tackled out of bounds. And Flynn able to break off big yardage there as he'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for Flynn.
He's just so good getting around that edge. Again, that pitch play has been a play that's worked really well for him tonight.
Western Hills looking to add to their lead. Shelby County has been out in front up until this quarter. Kendall under center. They will give it to the first guy up the field, and a flag flies right at the line that breaches the end zone, but a flag may be backing this one up.
Yeah, two separate flags on the play right there. You see the end zone ref throwing the flag, and also the line judge.
2 flags on the play. Personal foul, face mask against Shelby
Face mask on Shelby County, and then an unsportsmanlike on Shelby County. So that'll put the ball at the inch line.
Yeah, 2 unsportsmanlikes on one play, and luckily that it was so close, it doesn't make too much of a difference.
Maybe a keeper here, we'll see. Ball is literally inches away. Kendall under center. Kendall will give it to Flynn. Flynn met at the line of scrimmage, but powers forward for a touchdown. Cam Flynn showing off the strength as he's able to add to this Western Hills lead, and it's now 32-21.
Yeah, Western Hills starting to pull away a little bit in this one here in the third quarter.
Wolverine set for the extra point attempt.
Cam Flynn, he threw a touchdown earlier, now rushes for one.
Now he has to get his receiving touchdown to get the Triple Crown.
Go for the hat trick. And they are going to line up to go for 2 to make this a 13-point game. And we have a timeout to Western Hills.
Again, as you said, both these teams are going to use all their timeouts, not leaving anything on the field.
All right, we'll bring the 2-point play for you. When we come back, it's Western Hills looking to add more to their lead.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Western Hills has reeled off 18 in a row. After they were down 21-14, they now lead 32-21 and looking to add to it as they go for 2 here. Cam Flynn putting on the gloves, joined by Jackson and Durham. It'll go to Jackson, trying to get around, and he cuts up diagonally and goes in for 2.
And how about the dynamic duo? You see Flynn get the touchdown, and you see Jackson get the 2-point conversion, complement each other very well.
And just like that, Western Hills now out to a 13-point lead. It just shows you why football is a long game. Shelby County was in control for 98% of this first half, but what they could not do is create some separation. Western Hills was right there And here in this third quarter, they've kind of broke through that barrier and now have a multiple score lead.
Yeah, it's really been a tale of two halves. As you've seen, Shelby County had complete control in the first half, and now it's Western Hills with all the control here. And, again, this is the biggest lead that we've seen so far in this game. And if Shelby County isn't careful, this could be one that Western Hills starts running off with.
34-21, make it 20 points in a row by Western Hills. Kalen Higgins, his legs got to be getting tired. This one's the deepest kick of the night. Shows off a little bit of power here, and Seaton able to field it at the 15. Clay Seaton's had a monster game as he looks for a big return. Clay Seaton up the sideline, and it's going to go for 6. Clay Seaton has done everything for Shelby County, and he adds one more to it.
And yeah, that one right there, honestly didn't think it was a window, and he found a window and took it all the way back. And you see, made one guy miss right there at the top, and then it was just up from there. And nobody's catching Seaton once he's out in the open.
A change of direction, and it results in 6 for Clay Seaton. I feel like we're back in the second quarter now.
Yeah, and I mean, that's exactly what Shelby County needed right there. And I think this is where the action starts to pick up again, as you said.
So Seaton is the one that gets the hat trick first. He had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He got a receiving touchdown. And now he returns one for, what was it, about 85 yards?
Yes, something close to that for sure. And let's see if Cameron Flynn can answer and get the hat trick next. And just like that, again, when you start to see Western Hills kind of taking off, one play can change the whole dynamic of the game, and then you see they're right back in it.
It has been a wild game all the way around.
And it's amazing. Seaton had the first score of the first half for Shelby County. Now he's had the first score of the second half for Shelby County. And again, both just unorthodox scores, as one was a fumble recovery and the other one was a kickoff return.
So now what do we do here? We have 4:13 remaining in the third quarter. If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com. So Shelby County says we're not going down without a fight, looking for their second win of the season, looking for their first district win of the season. On to kick it off will be Taylor, and they will go with an onside kick, and stepping in front of it at the last moment was Western Hills. That was a big play there made by Dorian Asibi-Mensah.
And yeah, I didn't think he was going to have that one. He was the only one right there with about 5 white jerseys beside him, and he's able to recover that one.
That looked promising for Shelby County, in my opinion, for the majority of it until that last moment.
And I feel like I'm understanding now why the teams are going for the onside kicks, as Seaton ran it back, so it all makes sense now.
So Shelby County pulls within one score. We'll see if their defense can stop them. On the ground, they will go along the edge, and it is a good pickup there on first down, about 5 yards as they went to Sam Durham.
And definitely good right there. Again, you always just want to stay ahead of the sticks, getting you in the second and short and then third and short, just to be able to give your team a chance. Because like I said, when you're in those third and long situations, it makes it really hard to try to convert.
Second down and 5. Western Hills has the ball at the Shelby County 45-yard line, right hash. $17 points per game entering this game, but both teams have exploded, especially Western Hills. going the wrong way. Jackson is swallowed up.
It just seems like one team takes the momentum and the other team takes the momentum, because now it seems like Shelby County has it, and it looks like they're doing really good on defense now and have Western Hills backed up to a 3rd and long.
In there for Shelby County, Andrew Clay, along with Leonair Rogumba. 3rd down and 10. 2:45 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
And I would be watching out for some kind of trickery right here from Shelby County.
They will go with a quick pass completed to Cleveland. Cleveland making moves. Here goes Cleveland. 0 to 60 in 0.5. And it's going to be a touchdown for Western Hills. The answer by the Wolverines.
Is it just me, or has just about every score been some kind of big play, some crazy play? Because that's one you do not think he's going to take it to the end zone, a screen pass for about 50 yards. And Cleveland's had an amazing game. All the stars have played well tonight.
I'm running out of ink writing down all these scores.
Again, most of the scores are coming quickly, too, as you see, as Western Hills, their first score is a one-play score on the opening drive. You see Shelby County with the kickoff return, and then that drive right there was 3 plays, and they took it all the way.
They will go for 2 once again. This time they'll give it to Jackson. Shifting gears, shifting directions, spinning, and he is denied. Shelby County able to rise up and stop it. It remains a 12-point game with 2:29 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
And that one's really just a heartbreaker right there for Shelby County. As you see, they had them backed up in a 3rd and long. They had just tackled them for a loss, and then you give up the big screen pass right there. And that one looked a little bit different. As you've seen, Cleveland, typically when he catches the screen pass, he was bouncing outside, where this one, it was more of a tunnel screen, and he took it underneath, made a few defenders miss, and just broke away with his speed. In the second half, I felt like it started off kind of slow, but as we've moved into it, it's picked up a little more.
So in the first half, in the 2nd quarter, we had 3 touchdowns in 1 minute. Give me a second here. Doing some quick math, and I've got all these papers everywhere.
Too much scoring going on.
Too much scoring going on.
It's a good problem to have.
It is. So we had 3 touchdowns in the 2nd quarter in 1 minute and 28 seconds. We have had 3 scores here in this 3rd quarter in 1 minute 59.
Again, these are 2 teams that love to score the ball fast.
And Western Hills is going to get the onside kick. Did it go the required distance? Because looked like it may have been picked up at the 49-yard line.
It looks like it was just a bit short. I thought that one may have went out of bounds.
It was picked up by Jacob Littrell. There is a flag down. Illegal touching on Western Hills. See, where did he touch it? Yeah, he touched it before it got to midfield.
And just about every drive is just amazing starting field position for both teams. And, again, when you kick it deep, it's, the returner still takes it far and gives the team good field position. If they're not returning it, as we've seen Seton do.
So now Shelby County, on this roller coaster we go. Not a big fan of roller coasters, so I like this roller coaster a lot better.
I love roller coasters, and I love riding on this one right now. It's been too much excitement.
My problem is they don't make those rides for guys that are 6'6".
Yeah.
So that's my biggest issue. That's my biggest gripe.
Yeah, it's a little bit different issue right there.
All right, here we go with the Rockets with the ball. Here's Tristan Barrow on the carry. And Western Hills there for the stop. Right there first to meet him was Brandon Davis.
Yeah, and I love it when they get Barrow on the outside. He's more of an outside runner when he's in the open field, able to break defenders down.
Barrow, one of those quiet leaders, a guy that plays multiple sports. He's also a soccer player. He's also a wrestler.
And you love to see that these days because a lot of kids don't get to play multiple sports, as you see kids going all in on one sport as you have year-round as AAU and 7-on-7. So the fact that he's doing that, that's a lot.
And Pal Miller telling me there's been a couple of times that they've got back late on a Friday night as he goes to the ground once again and gets the first down. Go down to the 32-yard line to pick up a 10 for Barrow. But he said that there's been multiple times where they get back from a road trip 12:30 in the morning, and he's at the soccer pitch on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Just shows you the athleticism for him to be able to do that and to be excelling at such a high level.
And it also shows the discipline to be able to do that. Gotta love having a guy like that.
Barrow lined up to the right of Xavier Owens, who got the start, has gone the distance a couple of times, minus a couple of Wildcat carries that we've seen so far. And a handoff to Barrow that time, and the whistle blows the play dead.
And I can't help but to notice, but Barrow really reminds me of James Cook for the Buffalo Bills. Just the way he runs, the cuts he makes in the hole.
Even the hair?
Yeah, the hair. I think that's what it is too. Yeah, a really explosive guy, and again, just so hard to tackle. He's a guy that when it's in the open field, one-on-one, it's not going to be easy to bring him down.
Hasn't run an official 40-yard dash time, but they've kind of clocked him unofficially, and he's right around 4.5, they say. Here's a low snap, and it's going to be a loose ball, and it is recovered by Western Hills. It's been a problem all night long, and Western Hills recovers the fumble, and a flag flies in extremely late after the play. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Western Hills.
And even big as Xavier Owens, he was grabbing at the back of his leg, and it looks like he went down.
And he is down, yep.
We want to hope that he's okay because he's really changed the dynamic for Shelby County here tonight. And it looks like that may have been what held him back from jumping on that ball as well. And let's just hope it's a cramp or something.
Looks like left leg they are checking on. They attend to the starter at quarterback, Shelby County, Xavier Owens.
Look, we've seen a lot of guys go down here tonight with some lower leg injuries. He was grabbing at the back of that knee, and I just hope that he is okay.
Getting up now and hopping up. A good vertical on that one.
Honestly.
Yeah. That's a good sign for Shelby County as he jogs over to the sideline.
And I think everybody for Shelby County let off a breath of relief right there, seeing him run off the field. And let's see who they decided to go to here. Bradley Staples.
He has not played tonight after having the most completions and attempts and yards on the season. Early in the first half, it was with Taylor on a couple of instances. So we'll keep an eye out on that when Shelby County gets the ball back.
It looks like they're actually bringing in 15. Robbie Moore at quarterback.
Well, there was a fumble on the play.
Oh,
and it was recovered by Western Hills. So they'll go on defense, and we'll settle that when they get the ball back. I'm sure Robbie Moore could play quarterback.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have him as a quarterback.
So run here for Western Hills, and here's a late flag, and now it's starting to get a little bit more physical.
And that's how it is in these division games, especially when you start getting down to the nitty-gritty. And you have to love the competitiveness as a coach, but you got to keep your composure, though. It's a lot on the line here.
DeLeon Brooks, very upset, frustrated. There was a little extracurricular activity there on both sides. We'll await and get the initial indication here. They go over and talk with interim head coach Matt Daware. Brooks walking over to the sideline. They may have said he can no longer be eligible to play. We'll wait and see, though.
So, yeah, I feel like I heard him say that a player is disqualified, and after your second personal foul penalty, Got to go.
So a long conversation here to go over and make sure everything is in order.
And it's never good when you see the referees huddling for that long.
There are 3 flags down on the play. Guy they called Day Brooks, a sophomore. We'll see if there's one on the Shelby County side as well.
Personal foul against Shelby County.
Personal foul on both sides, those offset. And one on Western Hills, and it is an ejection for DeLeon Brooks.
Yeah, and I always knew that the second one got you disqualified, but again, I've watched all the football. I've never actually seen someone get that second personal foul penalty. And you just have to know if you already have one, you just got to be careful and can't make a mistake like that.
So he is ejected from the game and will go over to the far sideline.
After play, 15-yard penalty.
So you could see that this game was starting to be a little bit more physical, and after that play, it really amped up to a new degree, new level. So Western Hills up by 12. Will we have one more play in the third quarter? We'll find out. The only thing missing in this game is a partridge in a pear tree. And that will be the end of the third quarter.
Man, I felt like that was a long third quarter as well.
It has been. There is no lead safe in this one. 40-28. Playoff implications on the line for both of these squads. We'll come back and have the fourth quarter for you when we return on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back here for the fourth quarter alongside KJ Jones. I'm Wes Chandler. Shelby County was ahead most of the first half. And Western Hills able to mount up a lot of points there in that third quarter to take the lead. It was a 21-20 game at halftime. Western Hills able to put up 20 points in that third quarter. They will go to Jackson, and he is jolted down. Great wrap-up of a tackle there by Shelby County.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need right there. You're getting them to a 3rd and long here. You got to get off the field and get the ball back to your offense as time's starting to wind down and going against you if you're Shelby County. And you also want to hope that your quarterback, Xavier Owens, as we see him jog on the sideline, looks like he'll be okay. He's definitely going to be a big key if they want to have a comeback in this game.
You imagine he's probably having a conversation with himself, trying to get more motivated.
For sure. This is the moment you pray for, a division game where chance to make the playoffs. And
Kendall running out of real estate, and he'll just have to go out of bounds.
Yeah, that play just looked kind of odd right there. Not sure if that was a design quarterback boot for him to run out like that, or if it was just some miscommunication.
Cam McCarty runs him out of bounds, a sophomore defensive back.
Yeah, and again, we see Xavier Owens over there. Looks like he's running on the field now. So going to punt the ball back to the Shelby County offense.
4th down and extremely long. It's 4th down and 22.
And for some reason, I feel like if it wasn't so close to their own end zone, Coach may even go for this one.
Yeah.
All the 4th downs they've went for. And as you see, Clay Seaton back there to return, who's had a lot of big plays here tonight. So I would see if maybe that's a guy they try to kick it away from.
Tripp Crossweight will punt it away. Yeah, don't give it to Seaton. He's been dangerous.
But then the other guys, Eric Taylor is also a dangerous weapon too.
Yeah. Timeout to Western Hills. They will go over strategy here. The Wolverines with 1 timeout remaining, 2 for the Rockets of Shelby County.
Again, it feel like it's more strategic to save your timeouts, but these two guys here, they're using them whenever they want.
They're probably advocating for more timeouts. Hey, can we get a 4th?
If they had 6, they would use them all.
Well, again, a much different story from when these two teams met last year. A 40-0 win for Western Hills. Shelby County showing a lot of grit here tonight. They have already surpassed their season high total in points with the 28 they've scored tonight. Western Hills with 40 on the board.
And again, I think that's some of the aggression being let out from losing 77-0.
And that is a season high for them as well. They will change punters now, and it will be Cam Flynn to punt this one away, fielded by Seaton. Seaton up to the 30, bouncing off tackles. He won't go down. And Seaton goes to the 25, all the way down to the 22-yard line.
And he already has a hat trick. Thought he was ready to go for a 4th with the punt return.
My goodness.
And again, just so electric and dynamic.
So you have great field position here for Shelby County.
And this game is everything but over. It's still 11 minutes left. Shelby County's only down by 12, and they're inside the 20-yard line.
And it is Owens back in for the Rockets. They'll hand it off to Barrow. Barrow knifes his way inside the red zone, and he'll be brought down at the 15, a 6-yard pickup.
Getting Barrow, the workhorse, just plowing his way right through the middle of that defense. Hasn't had too much running room on the inside, but found some good room right there to bring him to a 2nd and about 4.
Speaking of showing grit, that's exactly what Owens has done at quarterback tonight. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They will give it into the belly of Barrow. And Barrow just keeping on that forward progress. He'll be brought down at the 10. Another 5-yard pickup for Tristan Barrow.
And bringing up a 3rd and very short right here.
Eric Taylor was their leading back 2 weeks ago, 13 carries for 64 yards. Haven't seen much of him in the second half. 1st and goal now for the Rockets, looking to make this a 1-possession game. It's a fake to Barrow. Owens trying to get around the edge, and a great tackle there by Cleveland. Took the legs out from underneath the quarterback.
Yeah, Cleveland, the guy that's made a lot of big plays tonight. 2 touchdowns, and now coming up on the defensive side.
That's exactly how you teach it, to wrap up there.
For sure, and go for the legs. Can't go anywhere without your legs. Was able to get Owens airborne right there.
This will be 2nd down and goal now, but it's basically 2nd down and 16.
And you have to know it's definitely 4-down territory here, so just on the offensive side of the ball, just be methodical. Don't try to go for it all in one play. Just chop it down. You still have 3 more downs to go.
Empty backfield now. Snap goes to Owens. He's looking right. Pressure comes, throws, slant over the middle, caught at the 10. Motoring down, it's Alou to the 5. Goes Ian Alou, 6'1" sophomore. That's a big play. That's a positive play for the Rockets.
Yeah, that's a big guy to bring down, and looks like 23 Sam Durham was the one that brought him down, and he understands just how big that Alou is. And again, that was a risky play right there. It looks like that was a pass that maybe could have been intercepted if the defender stepped in front of it fast enough. I love Owens' confidence. He's not afraid to throw it in any window.
3rd down and goal for the Rockets here at the 5. Ball on the left hash. Low snap. Owens gets it. Rolls right. Looking for Seaton. He's covered well. He has to sling it. Flag flies, and it is caught, but he was out of bounds. Now we'll check the flag.
You know, I'm assuming to be some sort of pass interference, and that play looks like it was doomed from the beginning. Western Hills did a good job covering that one right there. You see Owens doing a good job getting to the outside, and I don't know how he got that pass in there to Seaton.
I don't know how Seaton caught it.
Yeah, both. Amazing pass, amazing catch.
Holding on Western Hills.
I'm sure that'll move the ball to about the 1 yard line, so give some excellent field position to Shelby County here. And I thought this would be a good game here tonight, but I didn't think it would be a game like this, such a high-scoring one.
Yeah, both teams with season high in points. And Shelby County needs this one to stay in it.
And also, I thought that Western Hills might start running away with it a little bit, and then you see Seaton with the big kickoff return.
They bring in Alou. They'll give it to him, and the C's part, and Alou brings it in for a touchdown.
I don't think any Western Hills defender wanted a part of Alou on that play. He walked in unscathed on that play right there.
Ian Alou rushes in for a touchdown, his first of the year.
And when could it be a better time to get your first touchdown than a shootout like this? Trying to make a comeback win.
And not much of a difference between a 5-point or a 4-point deficit, so they will go to the point after try by Hardesty. Don't chase the points, and Hardesty's point after is good. Shelby County not going down without a fight. We've got a Donnybrook brewing here in Frankfort. It's 40-35. Western Hills on top. We're going to step aside here, but don't go anywhere.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Our touchdown run by Ian Alou makes this game really interesting here. 40-35. First real week of cooler temperatures. Got the blankets out and sipping the hot chocolate, and they've been treated to a good one, the fans have tonight.
Yeah, we're really in for the fall weather here now. This is when you know it's playoff football right around the corner.
It will be here 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be a quick turnaround for Western Hills. They'll wrap up their season on Thursday, so they'll have one fewer day to prepare. They'll take on Frankfort. Shelby County will end their regular season on Halloween against Fairdale. Here is Flynn trying to return the kickoff, and Flynn along the sideline. Flynn will go to the 15 where he is driven out of bounds. More fireworks, and Cam Flynn trying to provide some pad of a lead, but there is a flag down.
I really want him to get it. I want him to get that third touchdown right there. And again, it all makes sense now why these teams haven't been kicking the ball deep so far. As you see, Flynn almost returned that one. We've seen Seaton return one as well.
So they will negate the flag, and it will be a massive return by Cam Flynn.
And it just seems like whenever one team starts getting some momentum and feels like they may be able to make a comeback or pull away, the other team just makes a super big play.
65-yard return for Cam Flynn.
And if you're Western Hills here, you have to be protecting that ball because you know Shelby County is going to be punching it out here.
The resiliency of both of these squads. Big play after big play to keep having that fight, that answer back to not let this game get out of hand.
It just seems like a boxing match. Just each team just throwing blow after blow and the other one just taking it.
And it's going the full 12 rounds.
It is for sure.
12-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup on the ground. I know we're a long way from that, but KJ, you have your work cut out for you for the most outstanding players in the postgame.
Yeah, I don't even have a clue who I think it could be right now. Just every star showed up for both teams.
Under 8 minutes to play. Western Hills by 5. Looking to add to it. They will go to Jackson, and great defense there by Shelby County. What a tackle there in open space by Xander Dahlke.
Yeah, and Jackson, a guy that's made a lot of big plays tonight and not an easy guy to bring down. So a big tackle right there, and also a big third down here. You remember on the last third down and long, you seen Cleveland take a screen pass to the house. So, again, that's a guy that I'd be watching here is Cleveland, and I'd also be watching for Flynn. I think one of those two guys are going to be getting the ball.
Shelby County certainly would love to keep them out of the end zone. A field goal for Western Hills, and it's still a one-possession game.
And you see Cleveland lined out far to the wide outside.
There's a lot of space there. They will go to Flynn. Flynn lowers the shoulder, and he gets the first down. Cam Flynn having a monster night.
And when you just have so many weapons that can move the ball, it makes it really hard to defend. As you've seen, it was Flynn that time, and we've seen Cleveland on the drive before get with a big third down. And you also have J.T. Jackson, and it's just like pick your poison.
Derek Rayborn, an offensive lineman, getting a big block there. Tying in Reagan Ware also combining for that big run by Flynn. First and goal from the 3. Western Hills out in front, so they're content to run a little bit more time. To Kendall. He will give way to Flynn, and this is the Cam Flynn drive, and he punches it in for an exclamation mark.
And I think it was well-deserved for Flynn to get that touchdown after the kickoff return that he had. That was just the cherry on top right there. And it is only 6 minutes left, and that extends the lead there to 11. But this game still is not over. The way these teams can score and what we've seen at the end of the first half, these teams can score in the blink of an eye.
So it's an 11-point game. Western Hills has been aggressive, going for 2 most of the night. And it looks like they will do the same here. 6:09 remaining, 46-35. They will give it on the ground. It's going to be a keeper by Kendall. Can he find the pylon? He cannot.
And a big hit laid on him right there. It was 19 Eric Taylor. Making Kendall pay on that play right there.
So we stay an 11-point game with 6:09. There's been spots in every quarter where there's been a little bit more fireworks than normal.
Yeah, and I would assume that Western Hills would do some sort of squib kick again because we've seen what Seton can do back there at the return.
I think if this game goes to overtime, instead of playing by the overtime rules, we just need to have Seton and Flynn have a kickoff return. First one to take it in wins.
I think I would like that, honestly.
That would be extremely entertaining.
Both of these guys are big-time players, and big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. And both of these players did not fail to answer the call.
Western Hills trying to clinch their spot in the playoffs. Shelby County needs this one and a little bit of help. They will squib it, and it'll be gobbled up there by Shelby County. It was recovered by Elias Hernandez, a freshman.
I'm curious to see if the game plan is here to see if Shelby County decides to start throwing it a little bit or if they stick with the run just a little bit and add some of the pass in. You see Xavier Owens right there getting hype.
Trying to will his team to a comeback.
I love the energy he has. You don't really see that from a sophomore quarterback willing to put the team on his back and hyping his team up like that. He's ready for the moment.
Owens got the start tonight. He has been excellent. Have to go through the air, though, as they will try to force the sideline.
And they did the quarterback rollout right there, and it looks like he was looking for his guy Seaton right there. It looks like he had him, just kind of hesitated on it a little bit. But you'd rather be safe right here than to throw an aired pass and end up throwing an interception, because they're definitely still in this game right here.
It does make it a little bit more challenging that your strongest strength is running the ball. For a team that only averages 59 yards passing per game. They've gone over that tonight. But when you're down on the scoreboard, sometimes you have to throw a little bit more than you normally would like when you're a running style team.
And they've proven that they can throw the ball. Again, we've seen it at the end of the second half.
They will give it to Barrow. Barrow trying to sweep around the edge. Gets a good block from an offensive lineman, Dante Johnson, that time. And Barrow able to get a good chunk of yardage there as he'll go inside Western Hills territory, 8-yard pickup.
And he's just so low to the ground and just so hard to tackle. And again, his quick cut ability. And we do see Shelby County starting to go with a little bit more tempo here.
5.5 remaining. 3rd down and 3. Owens with time to throw. Owens over the middle, and it is almost intercepted.
Yeah, really lucky right there. Cameron Flynn was coming right under that one. And, again, we've seen Owens throw some really, really risky passes, and it's the second or third one that could have been potentially picked off but wasn't. Again, he was throwing that one across his body as well, and that's what you're taught not to do at a young age.
All 3 quarterbacks that they have used here this season to throw a pass, all sophomores. This does not look like a team that has lost 19 of their last 20 games, but they've had a much better performance, but will it be enough? They're down 11, got to get something going here. High snap, they need this one. 4th down and 3, and Barrow gets the first down to keep hope alive for the Rockets.
Yeah, and Barrow again with that explosiveness right there, hitting the hole with a lot of power, picking up a big-time first down.
First down, Shelby County.
A little bit more pace here, up-tempo. They bring in Alou as a receiver. Owens gets the snap. Now goes for it all, and that one is overthrown. Trying for his intended receiver, Caden Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like he just threw that one up, and again, right there, you just want to be safe. If your guy's not going to get it, nobody's going to get it. And Cleveland done a good job in coverage back there. Good receiver and also a very good cornerback.
Got to bring up 2nd down and 10 now after the incompletion.
Again, as you said, it's going to be hard to choose a player of the game for this one. There's so many players making big plays here tonight.
I got you thinking about it now.
It did. I was thinking about Cleveland doing his best Travis Hunter impression.
Yeah.
With some good coverage on defense and some big-time touchdowns.
Another low snap here, but they'll get it into Barrow, and what a tackle there. Right through the line of scrimmage, penetrating through was Rajon Keeler.
Yeah, and there was just nowhere to go at all right there. As soon as he got the ball, he was tackled in the backfield.
And now all of a sudden, hope dwindling for Shelby County as that eats up some of this clock here. 3rd down and 10.
And again, you know it's 4-down territory. Just be methodical. You don't got to get it all in one play. Give yourself a chance to pick it up on 4th down.
Owens rolls out from the pocket. He's being pressured by Higgins. He will throw to the sideline, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, I thought Seaton came down with that one double covered. If he would have caught that one, man.
He did catch it, but he was out of bounds.
That guy must have glue on his hands. That first one he caught in the end zone when it was out of bounds, that was an amazing catch, and that one right there as well. And you have to think it comes down to this play right here. It'll be really tough to try to make a comeback if Shelby County can't pick up the first down here.
So this may be the last hope for the Rockets here.
And there's a timeout.
Timeout to Shelby County. Powell Miller, first-year head coach, also serves as the school's athletic director. And we're going to step aside here. We will have the final 4:05 when we come back. This is a 46-35 game, and you're watching it right here on Glycod.
Dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service. It's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
This is the last hope potentially for Shelby County. 4th down and 10. They've got to get to the 32-yard line for a first down. Owens with Barrow to his left. They will send out 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ball at the left hash. Owens over the middle of the field, going for Seaton. He hauls this one in and keeps hope alive for the Rockets.
And I mean, who else? Who else has made all the big plays tonight? Of course, it went to Seaton. Again, that was a tough contested catch, and he hauled that one in.
16 yards. They needed 10. He got 16. And Seaton has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, Seaton said, this has been too good of a game tonight. I can't let our team end it like this.
Here comes Shelby County, flirting with the red zone. Barrow, Pistons pumping. He'll go inside the 20-yard line, and they will get inside that red zone. Now you're going to see a little bit more up-tempo here for the Rockets.
Second down, Shelby County.
They'll bring on Taylor now as a new back. Barrow will exit. Second down and 2. Owens dances it out to the outside, looking for a man. He will throw it to the end zone and running out of real estate.
Yeah, he was looking for his guy Lou right there, and the Lou put his hand up, and I was wondering, you had the defensive back right under him, and if you were going to give a Lou a chance, you had to throw that one high up in the air. And yeah, you can see a Lou telling him that too. You had to throw it up in the air for me.
Sidelines were acting as another defender as well.
Yeah, and that's what you're taught when you're a defensive back. Use that sideline as your extra man. Try to force him out if you can, because once the receiver steps out, he's ineligible, or just push him out and not in bounds when he catches it.
Third down and 2 now. 3:06 remaining here in this game. They converted on one earlier in this drive to keep it alive, and it's going to be a little bit more challenging now as they commit a false start.
False start against Shelby County. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
So that 3rd and 2 now all of a sudden is 3rd down and 7. You can definitely tell that both teams were trying to fight to get that playoff berth. Shelby County by far their best performance as far as output. 3rd down, low snap.
And these low snaps are just killing them.
Owens is picked off. It is Cleveland. Micah Cleveland. He's got an interception. He's dancing up the field. Flag flies. And Micah Cleveland may have just secured this win for Western Hills.
Yeah, a lot of dangerous passes, and you see that one was in the triple coverage right there. It's one you just can't throw, and it's just a young quarterback mistake. He hasn't had much experience.
The flag was thrown during the return. Anytime you cut up field and change directions like that, you would imagine that it could be a hold or a illegal block, something of that nature.
And I hate that this game has to come to an end. It's been so much action in it. I wish it would go on all night.
Who needs sleep?
Against Western Hills. After playing personal foul Unsportsmanlike conduct against Western
So there are
Hills.
2 penalties on the play, both against Western Hills. A hold and an unsportsmanlike. So that will back them up, but they will probably just run out these final 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Right about the 3-4-yard line. Spotting it right at the 8 or 9 yard line. First down.
For Western Hills, this is the most points they have scored since September 20th of last year when they put up 47 against Morgan County. And a timeout to Shelby County.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Shelby County.
Teaching moment for Pal Miller in his first-year squad. Was added to the staff mid-year last year. And when he was at Lindsey Wilson, he was a coach for a team extremely young, like this Shelby County team is currently. So he's been in these type of situations before. And he's been able to be on brighter side. And he is trying to guide this Shelby County program back. And in our pregame interview with him, you heard him reference what it means to be a Rocket. And he's brought on, most of his assistant coaches have played at Shelby County. They know what it means to be a Rocket. So bringing back that tradition, showing what it means to play for Shelby County. Western Hills will not get the play off, and it'll be a flag.
False start against Western Hills.
False start. We might have a 3-hour game, KJ.
I was thinking the same thing. This has been one of the longest games I think I've been a part of. There's so much action. I think it was the end of that second quarter, too, that really extended it as well.
We have combined for 81 points tonight.
I feel like the first quarter and a half went by pretty fast.
Yeah.
Both teams were running the ball, and then, we got to the end of that second quarter and slowed up a lot.
We got spoiled.
And another big hit right there.
That was Taylor lowering the boom along with, you guessed it, Robbie Moore.
Brings up second down, Western Hills.
Moore's had a big game on the defensive side, showing why he is their leading tackler on the year. Western Hills will be back in action on Thursday. They'll wrap up the regular season against Frankfort, a 7 o'clock kickoff for Western Hills. 2:10 remaining. This is second down and 9. They will fake the toss to to Flynn, and they'll go to Jackson, and Jackson will be bottled up there. Once again, a nice open field tackle by Shelby County. This time it come from Carter Myers.
It looks like Coach Miller was maybe considering taking a timeout right there, but decided not to.
Third down, Western Hills.
He does not have a timeout to use. So third down here. Western Hills has 1 timeout remaining. Shelby County acting like they are going to show blitz here. It'll be a toss to Flynn. Flynn gets good blocking, and Flynn will be brought down shy of the 20. It's going to be right at the sticks. Going to be close, and I believe it's going to be enough for a first down, and it will be.
And I think that'll just about do it, and good that it came down to Flynn to be able to get the ceiling first down.
Under a minute remaining here in the ball game, and Western Hills is going to go into a victory formation. They really had to earn this one. Shelby County came on the road and put up a gritty of a performance.
And just what a good bounce-back win for Western Hills also, as losing the previous game 77-0. And it's an amazing win right here to get them a playoff spot as well.
Western Hills was down 8 at the 4:59 mark in the second quarter. They trailed by 1 at halftime. But then at halftime, Western Hills was able to put up more points on the board and outscore Shelby County 26-14. 26-14 in the second half. What a performance by the Wolverines of Western Hills. They have secured their spot in the playoffs, and they will live to fight another week after they wrap up the regular season against Frankfort on Thursday. When we come back, we will bring you the postgame show right here on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back here at Western Hills High School, what a game we just witnessed between Western Hills and Shelby County. The Wolverines have secured their spot in the playoffs with the win. They will be the third-ranked team in this district as they move to 2-2 with a 46-35 win over Shelby County. What a performance by both sides. There's so many great plays that you could witness and go back and reference in tonight's game. We'll give you the score of this one, 46-35. There's also some scores from around central Kentucky and also the state of Kentucky as well. that you will see here in just a little bit on the bottom of your screen. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. Now let's look at tonight's scoring summary, brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. 6:17 to play in the ball game, or in the first quarter, I should say. That is when Shelby County got on the board. It was a Clay Seaton fumble recovery for a touchdown. The extra point by Noah Hardesty was good. It made it 7-0 Shelby County. Western Hills would score for the first time themselves with 50 seconds remaining in the first. On a 13-yard touchdown run by J.T. Jackson, they would go for 2, be unsuccessful, and we were at 7-6 in favor of the Rockets. We would go to the 4:59 mark in the second quarter, where Shelby County would add to their lead, and it was the largest lead of the game for the Rockets on a 4-yard touchdown run on a broken play by Xavier Owens, their quarterback. The extra point was good. 14-6 Rockets. Western Hills would answer 2 minutes and 27 seconds later on a 35-yard touchdown run by J.T. Jackson. And Cam Flynn was able to run it in from 2 yards out. 2-point conversion was successful, and we were tied at 14. Shelby County would score again. 1:28 to play in the second quarter on a 24-yard touchdown reception from Owens to Clay Seaton. The extra point by Hardesty was good, 21-14 Shelby County. Then 22 seconds later, Cam Flynn on a 51-yard touchdown pass to Micah Cleveland. Big night for Micah Cleveland. 2-point try was unsuccessful. Western Hills would pull within 1 at 21-20. That is where we would go to halftime. Western Hills in the third quarter would score 1.5 minutes in on a 24-yard touchdown run by J.T. Jackson, and for the first time in the game, they would take a lead. It was 26-21 after the 2-point try was unsuccessful. Western Hills in the third quarter would score with 4:28 to play in that frame. A 1-yard touchdown run by Cam Flynn made it 32-21. Then the 2-point try was successful by J.T. Jackson, and that would up the Wolverines' lead to 34-21. Shelby County would get an 85-yard touchdown run or touchdown return by Clay Seaton with 4:13 left in that quarter and pull back within 1 score, 34-28 after Hardesty's extra point. Western Hills would answer right back, 2:29 in the third quarter, on a 50-yard touchdown pass from Kendall to Micah Cleveland, and the lead all of a sudden back out to 12 now for Western Hills. That was the third of 3 touchdowns in 1:59 in that third quarter. Shelby County would score in the fourth quarter with 8:21 to play in the game. A 2-yard touchdown run by Ian Alou pulled the Rockets within 5 after the extra point, 40-35. And Western Hills would answer less than 1.5 minutes remaining after that score. On the fourth quarter, a 3-yard touchdown run by Cam Flynn would give Western Hills a 2-score lead that they would not relinquish after that. And that is the final score, 46-35. That is a scoring summary. A lot of scoring on the board between these two teams. A combined 81 points tonight here in Frankfort. When we return, KJ has the hardest assignment of the night, the most outstanding players, right here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive, we are leaders in customer care.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Simpsonville Automotive. We're always on. A lot of players on tonight on both sides. Shelby County, most outstanding player is who, KJ?
For Shelby County, had to go with Clay Seaton. I mean, he's the guy that had the first fumble return to start the game off. He also had a kickoff return and just played outstanding. Really tried to keep his team in the game tonight. Had a lot of other plays too, but he's the guy that I came up with just because all the big plays that he had.
And for Western Hills?
For Western Hills, it's Micah Cleveland. It was a toss-up between him and Cameron Flynn, but Micah Cleveland had the 2 touchdown catches and then had the interception to seal the game, which is why I decided to go with him because he sealed it again and got his team the win at the end.
All right, we'll wrap things up here from Frankfort when we come back.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive, we are leaders in customer care.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
We're back here for the final time in Frankfort, Kentucky tonight as our coverage of high school football in Central Kentucky wrapping up. And congratulations to Western Hills. They clinched their spot in the postseason. Season high in points for the Wolverines. They answered the bell in a big way.